word wise. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie. And make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Welcome to episode 300 and what is this? 29? Is this 29 of the Blerd Cave, the number one comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse, and the one that you can find pretty much everywhere. You can't find it on Rumble, and you ain't gonna find it on like Truth Social or anything like that. It's like the only places you won't find it, but you can find it everywhere. A good podcast may be found, and you should go check it out if you don't watch us live. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Not anything too complex, but some things that have happened over the past week or so. We're going to be jumping into one of those, as you could probably tell from the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the second installment of the DC Marvel crossover, this time with DC on top billing, and probably, I knew it was going to be weird, but probably one of the weirder stories between the two. Batman and Deadpool story arcs. And we're also going to be talking about One World Under Doom, because it has graciously and finally come to an end. I don't know how graciously. We'll dive into that. I'll definitely say the finale. I think I'll just say off top. I did enjoy the finale of it, but getting there was yeah. I think there's a new thing. I think there's a new thing for crossovers, and I feel like this is happening at Marvel more than anywhere else. Yeah, I used to always say crossovers usually start out lit and then end on a wet fart, or vice versa. I feel like if they run long enough, like One World Under Doom did, they can start out lit, get real dumb in the middle, and then end lit. It's like, man, you just that second act is treacherous. But that said, Carter, how you doing?
Let's get this out of the way real quick. We got Xtriv, Blerd Cub Silver Age for 62 months saying, woo, hoping for 5 plates for Carter this year. I'm hoping too. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes right now, and none of it's good, so I don't know. That's first thing. Second thing, Highlight 915 saying, Carter, you don't get enough credit for theming your library per episode. I don't. Just in case y'all don't know what's being talked about, because y'all can't see the thumbnail anymore because we live. This what we discussing. Here's my thing. How am I doing? I'll answer that question. I'm a little bit irked. If I'm being honest here, I'm a little bit irked because when somebody is running off at the mouth and saying slick shit and poking at Carter, and Carter just put him in the corner somewhere, and then they do it again for a live viewing audience of Discord. So Carter then embarrasses that person and puts that person on notice. Just sit your ass down. Carter is then called sensitive. He get people posting stupid ass emojis on his comments that he made. But when another individual that is to my left,
yeah,
when another individual proceeds to embarrass somebody for running off at the mouth live, oh, he gets a standing O. Carter gets called sensitive, but this other individual to my left,
over there somewhere,
Carter gets called a meanie, but another individual does it live in front of a live studio audience with no canned laughter. People join in the shenanigans.
Yeah. So for those that don't know what Carter's referring to, some of you know on Thursdays we live stream Nerds of Culture. Myself and Robo, we usually just talk about random shit, mostly from a political angle. But yeah, this past Thursday, someone decided they wanted to act up, and normally I try not to fan the flames, but here's the thing, and this is why it happened, and why if it happens again, it'll be for the same reason.
Yeah,
I think sometimes people don't realize that I can click on your name and see everything you've ever said in my live streams. So, like, when I see someone, like, talking crazy, I can look and see if it's an isolated incident or if it's like, oh, maybe there was something, maybe there was more to it. So basically, someone came to the live stream and I think it was a classic case of hit dog holler, because I said something and suddenly this person just started, like, losing their shit.
That's what I thought was weird. Coming from a viewing standpoint, not a talking standpoint, where you have to look at chat. You gotta look at super chats. You gotta see what you gotta pay attention to what the other motherfucker is talking about. Coming from just somebody who was just viewing this, or let me not say viewing, because I wasn't watching Nerds of Culture. I was skipping through it just to catch when you did it.
Well,
I was a fast forward motherfucker after we got done playing Ravens Watchdog. I'm just looking, where is it? I'm looking at you, trying to see if I can catch you. Maybe your body changed or something. Maybe you got different vibe. Okay. All right, let me fast forward and look at the chat. Okay. Oh, okay, that's the dude talking. Okay, let me see. Okay. Ernie showing somebody that's balding saying something stupid. Okay. Why is this dude? Okay, he's showing a dude that's balding. Why is this brother talking about a 24-pack? Is he drunk? Wait. Why is he talking about a 24-pack? Is he drunk? Wait, why is he talking about jogging? Why is he asking Ernie if he jog? I'm so okay. Let me rewind. Let me see. Let me put the book down, because I was reading at the time. Let me put this Stephanie Williams down real quick. What is he talking about? Why is he saying he can do push?
It was,
and before I could even try to figure out what was going on, Ernie done got rid of him. So I'm like, well, damn, now I got to rewind. But before I can rewind, it's like the dude rose up like the Undertaker with the same name, just with no underscores. So I'm like, he came back. What?
Yeah, it was like the times when Undertaker like tried to rise up, but then someone laid him right back down.
Yeah, with Terrell just kicked him right back down with the church stomp. Yeah. I don't want to get into that really quick. It's just something I've noticed. When the person to my over there, he do it. Oh, he gets fanfare. He gets laughter from Carter mean, Carter ruthless, the Blerd Without Filter. I remember that goddamn name. I saw some C-Train people in here I almost banned, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I want us to not do what we normally do, because I want us to get through the Batman and Deadpool of it all real quick, because I really want to talk about that. So we don't have any super chats right now. I see a hashtag justice for Carter. I demand justice. I want to be treated the same way bald individuals that wear glasses like me, except I don't wear mine all the time. This is blue light glasses. Mind your business. I want justice.
I thought you I ain't gonna lie. For a second, I thought you were about to say I demand satisfaction.
It almost came out.
Well, I'll just say this. And then, if I notice that someone is talking crazy to me, I will look through your channel activity, and if I see that this is not an isolated incident, just know I am going to save you from yourself. Because I think hate watching is unhealthy. I think it's unhealthy for people. If the only thing you can contribute to the community is talking shit about me, I don't see why you're here. Like to me, it seems like you want my attention in a very desperate fashion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it. I saw someone bring this up that I basically pulled an age revelation on him. Yeah, basically that's what I'm gonna do. I'm a babel you. I'm a babel you. I'm gonna remove your ability to speak, and I'm gonna hide you from everybody else. You'll be hidden from the channel. No one will see you.
So there are several of you who know what he is referencing, but because I don't care to read Age of Revelation, I do not.
So what Revelation does is when he's sick and tired of folks, he'll just look at him and say, Babel, and like, you can't talk, you can't understand anyone talking to you.
Okay.
He did that shit to Wiccan.
Wait a minute. Wait. So Doug's power is, I'm gonna tell you the name of one of the coldest Mark Wade stories, and it's just gonna leave you just completely silent.
Yeah, pretty much. Cause no, dude, check this shit out. Check this shit out. Look what he did. Look what he did to your boy Wiccan. He said
he didn't even finish the whole title. That boy just said babble.
That man said babble. I'm like,
Lord Jesus, what if he says Murdoch to somebody and they just go blind? He told Kitty to fade away, and she stopped being able to control her power. Look, check this shit out. This how he left. This how Wiccan was looking after he got Babel. Like, Wiccan Who is
can't
that
use.
woman?
That's Wiccan. You ain't shit.
Somebody need to talk to that artist, because I didn't. I saw the cloak, but was like, no, that looked like that's supposed to be Wanda, because they both just lost. What is?
Well, I mean, he do favor. Well, like I'll take you here. Like, so, like when he babbles you, when you try and talk, that's how it comes out. It come out like that. Like, you can't say nothing.
Okay, that's some absolute Wonder Woman shit where she couldn't say Amazon. That's what.
Right. That's what it was. I was like, okay, look, I get it. Y'all was reading Tom King's Wonder Woman, or not Tom King, but Kelly Thompson's Wonder Woman. I was like, I get it. I feel you. I feel you on that one. We got it. We understand.
See, you said something right there. You said something right there, and you don't know you said something right there. We need to discuss Batman Deadpool right now.
Yeah.
We need to.
Yes.
For everybody that don't know, Batman Deadpool came out this week. A lot of you all, like Ernie, missed last week when we got Thor and Shazam, but a lot of y'all missed it last week because they made it a fucking Infinity comic for some reason. But we're talking about Batman Deadpool. Grant Morrison, the man who shot Kevin Smith and the entire world by saying the Killing Joke was where Batman killed the Joker. That's why it's the Killing Joke. That was a terrible accent. I know.
Yeah, it was a very. You became Jamaican for. You became like Nigerian for a split second.
Boy, we will fight in the street. You are not gonna Kofi Kingston me.
But I will say, just for the rest of the show, I do want to make a point. That Grant Morrison person. They are non-binary.
Really?
Yes. I don't expect a lot of people to know it, because it's something that, like, I didn't know it for a while either until I was talking to a friend of the channel, Owen from Owen Likes Comics. Owen put me on game. And I've known for a while, but I did want to say, person.
Okay, I heard that.
They are a gentle them. They are a gentle them. There's which is one of my new favorite words now. But yes.
we need you need the NBC the more you know drop right there. 'Cause I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. If you don't know, now you know.
Oh, don't. Real quick. You know what?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But yes, Grant Morrison getting to write Deadpool,
Yes.
which a lot of us have never seen before. We have, just like the Deadpool Batman book before it, it's a lot of one-off stories with character combinations you wouldn't think about happening, or that you are upset because the combination you wanted didn't happen.
Yes.
We get that.
There's actually one of the most deadly combinations I actually personally thought.
Okay.
That I was not expecting, and you know what? Leave it to Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
And the infinite I don't want to say perverseness, but just the infinite freaky foolishness of Grant Morrison.
Okay.
Yeah. I was not expecting there to be a cosmic level cheek clapping to start the book off. For those that don't know, yes, this is how the book starts. It starts with a cosmic cheek clap. And for those trying to say no,
it's multiversity lovemaking is what it is.
Oh, that you know what? I accept that actually.
Cheek clapping. I swear, at the end of the day, you ain't gonna be nothing but just a man. You see, because men got to make stuff nasty. You just couldn't say multiversity lovemaking.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I didn't say it. It's literally in the book. Like literally, they you get to the end of the book, and eternity, and an old girl.
I did not like how she was sitting at the end, like eternity.
She was on her phone,
dog. Like eternity stroke game is abysmal. You know she if dog, she was on her phone. She talking about something else. I don't even know what provider she got. But the fact that she's sitting in the bed after they made sex and she on her phone.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie. Why you make me think of Big Mouth when you said that? He made thick and the warm.
Apparently, these back shots were not universal, Jerome.
No, they were not.
She was on her phone. She wanted to read the next Absolute issue like we all do.
She was like, damn, this Absolute Wonder Woman is lit.
No.
Wait a minute. I want to see just real quick. Cause like I said, it wasn't something that I just, put into my head. Like I said, it was right there. Like what is this if not cheek clapping?
No, I'm gonna tell you what that is. That is a woman who is not impressed. And that is a eternal, for the sake of conversation, male being that is disappointed in himself. That is what that is. That is shame sitting on the end of that bed right there. That is shame.
And you know the sad part is like, see, you should have kept Storm around. Storm would have told you that you was being lazy with them side strokes, and you wouldn't have embarrassed yourself. See? See, you should have done Storm dirty like you did.
When
saying.
he is asking another time, perhaps.
Oh yeah,
normally, if you're doing the do, she's supposed to be clamoring for more. You asking?
Wait a minute. How long he talking?
You dare not rate me because you know you finna get thumbs down. You know you finna get. What's that fucking app? Ernie, what is that app? Because we talked about that not too long ago. Is that the T app? Oh,
Yeah.
dog.
Oh, yeah. The T app. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Eternity is getting all the red flags.
All of it. And here's the thing. I want to know who she got the hookup from, because this woman out here got the Google Pixel 850 out here. She got that gun is the ultra slim with the ultra blue light on it. Like, god damn. Like, okay, all right. I don't, like I said, I was here for it.
Jasmine, she said, this is the episode I return on at my parents' home. You can't blame us. You got to blame Grant Morrison.
Yeah, Grant Morrison did this.
Blame.
I ain't do nothing.
It ain't us. Not us.
I didn't do a goddamn thing.
Eternity just got embarrassed in several pages that didn't have nothing to do with the main Batman Deadpool story at hand. Al Ewing would never do something like this to Eternity.
No, he would. Also, I now that we've set this up, because basically that's kind of like, this is the framing,
yes,
of why all the things that are happening in the Batman Deadpool crossover. This is a framing of why all this is happening. Like the world's universes are colliding because there's cheek clapping happening. Like, if you even look at even though technically this is in the main story, if you go to some of the other tales that pop up, and you know, I kind of, before we even get into the Batman Deadpool of it all, I actually do kind of want to take a peek at some of the other stories, because they don't have, obviously they don't have shit to do with the main thing, outside of the fact that they exist in the same framework. But let me pull this up. So obviously, as we had previously stated, the main story is Grant Morrison and Dan Mora, but the rest of these stories, we get a nice little setup here. Actually, we get a John Constantine Hellblazer meets Doctor Strange. By what I think is probably
cooks in that kitchen for that story, and I'm confused as to
Yes.
why. There are several cooks in there.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Carter.
Yeah.
When I was reading this, I actually didn't pay attention to who wrote what. In like, I knew Tom Taylor was doing the Nightwing Wolverine part, and I knew G. Willow Wilson was doing the Static and Ms. Marvel part. But like, when it came to like the Harley Quinn and the Hulk thing, I actually forgot that was going to be in the book. It was a really silly, funny story. But when that, and I knew about, obviously we already knew about Constantine and Hellblade, and Doctor Strange.
Dr. Strange, yes.
But I didn't realize it was going to be 3 different motherfuckers writing it. And I mean, now, to be fair, I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yes.
But god damn, I'm like, dude, did y'all really need all 3 of some of the heaviest hitters in comics right now to write this shit? God damn.
You know what it seemed like? That was overdoing it and blowing your load too early, like Eternity did. That's what that was. That's why he was sitting on the end of that goddamn. That was.
Look, so
that was.
Dare not, Remy. This is not finished. Like, he acted like he was going to give her some more strokes that was going to change her opinion. He acted like he was going to hand out some more strokes that was going to up his rating. But no, to take it in, to take it all in. What I thought was interesting is the Constantine portion, portion of the Strange story. It's kind of funny because Doctor Strange is barely I don't want to say barely. No, I don't. That's not fair. It's not that he's barely a character in the crossover, but it's very clear that Constantine is the one that's getting like the lion's share.
Story.
Yeah. This is because it starts with Constantine and it kind of ends with like Doctor Strange is there. Like that's kind of how I felt about and like, once again, not saying that's a bad thing, but like I kind of feel like if you could have told this story and Doctor Strange may as well have not even showed up.
I'm so sorry. Thanos was right. Said she was texting the living tribunal saying, "What you doing?"
What's up, big head? What's up, big head? What you doing? What you? Or no. Oh no. Here you go. Here you go. Motherfucking.
Oh no!
Look, Galactus in here
man.
like, hey, what you doing? And she like, oh no, I'm not in the middle of anything.
Oh, blue blazes, man. Please, let's go back to our thing about Spain. Let's go.
But no. So this story, basically, the framework of the Constantine story is that the universes are colliding because, as we stated before, cosmic. And hey, here's the thing: you can't convince me otherwise. You can't convince me otherwise. Grant Morrison did this.
For the sake of this conversation, Ernie, why don't we refrain from clapping our hands? Why don't we just call them what they really are? Ernie, it's just incursions.
Oh. So what you telling me is Secret Wars was just it wasn't just planets colliding. See, the real culprit, it wasn't God Doom. God Doom didn't do nothing. God Doom just taking advantage of the situation. What you're telling me is that Eternity was out here trying to get some cheeks. And he made it our problem. He made it the entire Marvel Universe's problem that he wanted some cheeks. That's what you're telling me. Damn, that's crazy, man. I wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Well, how do you feel about this story?
It was like I said, it was good. But once again, the universes are colliding. It's causing forces, like-minded forces. Though I do kind of feel like there was a missed opportunity to have a Spectre versus Ghost Rider. Though I will accept a Swamp Thing versus Ghost Rider, even though I ain't gonna lie.
Please,
that was nasty work. That
what
Swamp
Thing. Come on.
Oh no, the part where so Mephisto is fighting Necron. That's fine. I don't have any problem with that. But there's a portion of this story where Ghost Rider is literally dragging Swamp Thing across the ground, and I was like, bruh, why y'all letting Ghost Rider do one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe like this?
You didn't say it right. Because when I was reading that, I said, so y'all saying that when it comes to Ghost Rider and Swamp Thing can just get cleaned up? That's what we saying, DC? That's what we saying, Grant? That's what we saying, Scott Snyder, Joshua Williams, and whoever that third person was. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Too many cooks.
Yeah, James. I was like, dude, come on now.
Swamp Thing getting cleaned up by Nicolas Cage. Really? Really? That's what we doing.
Wait a minute.
That's what we doing.
Jelly.
Swamp Thing has been one of the most powerful motherfuckers in existence. Swamp Thing been a goddamn White Lantern. I bet y'all forgot about that. Swamp Thing has been everything. Johnny Blaze has been white and flames.
Eating jelly beans. He's been eating jelly beans. He been eating jelly beans. Just go and say it.
Whoop. Swamp Thing, dog. Come on now.
Oh my god. Now, here's what would have made more sense to me.
Okay.
Is if they would have had to be like Swamp Thing versus the Man Thing. I'd be like, okay, now we're talking about some shit here. Or if they would have had to be Ghost Rider versus the Spectre, I'd be like, okay, cool. That makes a little bit more sense to me. But I was like, man, it's not to say that the Swamp Thing and Ghost Rider doesn't even make sense, but it's the fact that, like, man, Ghost Rider should not be cleaning up Swamp Thing like this. I'm sorry, this is embarrassing. Like, you've taken me out of the story at this point. Like, I was engaged. Like, at this, okay, so let me make something very clear.
Yes.
This happens 4 pages into the story, is what we're looking at. We are 4 pages deep into the story. And I'm going to tell you right now, it don't get any better for, you get this part right here where Swamp Thing snatches motherfucker off his bike, but, that's, like I said, it don't get much better. But the fact that he was able to do this first, the fact that he was able to do that first, No, this man did not say Swamp Thing got
That's
faded by
what caught me.
Castor
That's what
Troy.
caught me. That's what caught me. That's what caught me.
What the fuck?
Because y'all know I love that movie. I'm just not. I wasn't expecting that.
I
wasn't
was
expecting
not
that.
either. No,
But
I was not.
There have been too many fucking Swamp Thing stories. Like it didn't take me out,
right.
but it. I pulled one of yours.
Mhm.
Well, that's a choice.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what is? I was confused. I was confused because if to me, it felt like. And once again, this is something that does take place over the course of the story. So I mean, it's not the like honestly, this fight, for as much as I'm talking about it, it's not the main reason that you look at this story. Because once again, it's really the interaction between Constantine and Doctor Strange. And the thing is, it goes about the way you would kind of expect it to go. Like Doctor Strange is kind of like, all right, what the fuck you want? Even though technically Doctor Strange kind of slick knows why, like, Constantine's there. He's just kind of playing stupid. Like, that's kind of the way I took it. Because, like, when he shows up, you guys see it here. He's like, oh, I expected someone to show up, but I didn't think it would be you. Like, kind of almost kind of implying that maybe he was expecting a Dr. Fate to show up as opposed to, which honestly, I would have, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of slick would have preferred Dr. Fate, but that's another story altogether. Okay. But John Constantine is going to John Constantine all over the story. He is going to be a asshole. He's going to be a jerk. He is going to try to pull a fast one on Doctor Strange, because like he shows up basically talking about, oh, the universes are colliding and the magic is getting crazy. Now, within that is where I actually think the real storytelling is. Is where I think the real storytelling is, because case in point, this is something I kind of want to zoom in on this. I want to take a moment to zoom in on this. So he goes, basically what he's talking about here is this is a moment for Constantine to give us a little bit of exposition about why the magic in the DC universe is different from the magic in the Marvel universe.
Yes.
And the thing is, I never really put a whole heap of a lot of thought into it before, but it's not an incorrect statement. Their magic is incredibly different in some very fundamental ways. But to take it in a step further, right here where he's saying, from the moment I stepped into your sanctum, I could feel how different it is here. Magic moves differently, but it's much more than that. The scares are different too. The horror from my world is meeting the horror from yours. He says they go together like me and a fucking unicorn, basically is what he's saying. But it's when he starts like breaking it down, and this is where we're gonna kind of go back into the Ghost Rider of it all.
Can we pause real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
I'm happy you touched on that part, because that was something that I really enjoyed about the story, because it made me think, and it was something that I wanted to ask you, where basically not Doctor Strange, it was actually Constantine. Constantine basically he tried to attempt to throw in Doctor Strange's face that my magic and horror and the shit that I've seen is way worse than what y'all got going over here in Marvel's magic and horror. And I wanted to ask you, because I know because you just said you've never actually put that much thought into it. If you really had to compare the two when it comes to the magic goings on in DC and Marvel, who actually has it bad? Is John correct in saying, no, we got it way worse than what y'all got going on over here?
I'm not going to lie. I'm inclined to agree with him because, I mean, yeah, when you think about, okay, case in point, when you think about magic in the Marvel Comics universe, yeah, it's a lot, the world is a lot brighter. The world is a lot more, And there's something he says here in the story where he says your magic is a little bit more cosmic in nature, like it's less down in the dirt, which, to be fair, is not to say there isn't magic in the Marvel universe that isn't grimy or dark or fucked up. But the thing is, by and large, when you start listing off characters who possess the capacity to wield magic in the Marvel universe, when you start thinking about how all of them like kind of interact with one another and how those characters are perceived. Yeah, you got characters like Dr. Voodoo, but I mean, outside of Dr. Voodoo, like you're looking at like your Scarlet Witches, you're looking at your Agatha Harknesses, and while they both have the capacity to deal in dark magic, even the dark magic they deal with is still kind of glitzy and glamoury. In my opinion, like Chthon is not like an eldritch horror style monster. He looks like a typical supervillain. Like he looks like a typical cosmic supervillain, actually. Even like when you start getting into like some of the supernatural stuff, like Marvel doesn't really get horrific until you start digging into the Hulk side of shenanigans. Like even Blade's side of things doesn't get too terribly twisted outside of it's vampires and occasionally something else. Like I kind of get where he's coming from. DC does, and it's not this, and once again, it's also because DC has other imprints that they can pull from as well, where they can get a little bit more out there. But like, yeah, it makes sense to me. Like this whole thing where he's talking about like, the shadows are a little darker, the creatures and mysteries, and secrets, scary stories. You tell in the night, so on and so forth. And I think it actually continues on down here at the bottom. He says, you don't tell our stories to figure out what's good in your heart. You tell them to dig into the deepest, darkest corners of the human mind and grapple with what lives there. Which I don't think is an unfair statement either. Like I said, I think your mileage will vary depending on what's going on. But I don't disagree with that statement.
Okay.
Very rarely,
Elite, we're not gonna cheat and say does Vertigo stuff count. No, this Constantine, we gonna say is New 52 Rebirth as John Constantine. If we talk about Vertigo, then they win this shit free. No, so we keeping it DC.
100%. And like to go back into this, this is where right here. This is where Constantine kind of gets into the meat of the matter, where he goes on to say that, which by the way, that is fucking nasty work right there. It's absolute nasty work. Good God, I can't believe I'm looking at this.
I love this panel just because it's Constantine, or not Constantine, it's Doctor Strange saying, so you believe our experience is so different from your own, John? And we have the Blerd Without Fear saying, yeah, nigga, it is.
Yeah, nigga, it is. Yeah. Kind of, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, well, you call me. Look, I'd be like, you calling me a liar, Strange? But no, he says. But no, he goes on to say, I've been walking the back alleys, taking it in, trying to solve this. Your magic is all cosmic lights and doodads. You don't know the filthy corners of the world where I learned my trade. We're playing two different games. And now, in that regard, yes, they are playing two different games because the way Constantine wields magic and the way Doctor Strange wields magic, well, yes, they're doing similar things. Constantine deals in way more like messed up shit than what
because when you brought up Hulk,
Strange does.
When you brought up Hulk, I was trying to think of something else that maybe is somewhat close to that. And funny enough, the only thing that I can think of is Ghost Rider. More specifically, because I know a lot of people will be like, huh? Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Benjamin Percy's not Ghost Rider in general.
No. Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider for sure is more.
More.
I hope you all understand what I mean when I say this. Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider was more of the DC horror that I think John Constantine is referring to.
The outside, it's like, look, it's you're either talking about like Hulk, you're talking about Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider, or you're talking about Man Thing. That's when you get into like the kind of grimy, like fucked up shit that like John is kind of referencing. And like I said, it's not to say that they can't get there, but I mean, let's keep it a buck. Marvel is like, you know, people like always like to decry PG-13 horror movies.
Yeah.
Like if we were comparing horror movies, Marvel would be the PG-13 horror movie.
I got you. Absolutely. Okay. Okay.
That's my opinion.
Struggle is better than your struggle. Is
right.
What
We're playing the struggle Olympics, and right now John is walking away with the gold, the silver, and the bronze. I'm sorry. Just is what it is.
Oh, you know what? Let's put this in a Blerd Without Fear way so we can move on. If Marvel is the PG-13 horror, the Blerd Without Fear, Ernie Carruthers himself up there, right up there, is saying that DC is Shudder. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, man.
That's what he's saying.
Complete with a like at the beginning of every book, they do that. But no, he goes on to say that he's like, I don't play hero. I'm not a good guy. I'm a piece of shit, scraped off sidewalk, but I fix things that need fixed. I actually thought that was a pretty cool line because it's very accurate to John Constantine. Nobody really particularly like loves him.
Which of the three writers on this damn book wrote that line?
I wonder. But no, he says, basically, the reason why John is there is because the shit needs to be fixed. However, Doctor Strange is on to his ass. He's on talking about how, I need I'm trying to fix this problem. The cheek clapping is happening, and I need your magical expertise. The cheek clapping
is happening. That's the name of the episode right there.
And of course, Doctor Strange catches on that Constantine is lying. He basically says, for the last several minutes, you've tried to distract me. While you've attempted numerous sleeping spells on me, you didn't come here for an alliance. This is a betrayal. You seek to steal from me, which is kind of crazy. That's like, it's kind of funny because you would have to be from another universe to assume that Doctor Strange has not encountered bullshit like this before. Like someone trying to get into the Sanctum Sanctorum to take something must be Wednesday.
I love that. Yeah, I love this. Don't let these formerly surgery-made hands that don't work no more fool you, Keanu Reeves. I've been around the block, sir. I like it. I did like that part too. I like that part.
Absolutely fucking love. But I love how
and another reason I like this part. Figure me out.
Yeah, right. He's like, he's like, got him. He's like, well, plan B. Headbutt. But I love it though, because you know what? The more the story went on, even though I know I said earlier that like I kind of would have preferred to have been Dr. Fate or somebody else, or even like I would have even preferred a Zatanna. Like a Zatanna Doctor Strange, I would have loved to have seen that. But I'm actually glad that because they used Constantine, they were able to kind of dig into a character that I think a lot of people forget Doctor Strange used to be. That Doctor Strange used to be a selfish, arrogant sumbitch before he became the Sorcerer Supreme. And the fact that while he is far removed himself from being that person, he still understands how that type of person acts and thinks, which is why he's not surprised at what Constantine's doing. And to go on from there is when you kind of get into what I think is actually some of the wilder stuff. Like you get into like this shot here with John, and he's like, he's as he would probably say, nicked the Eye of Agamotto. By the way, shout out to my homie Nick that popped in earlier. Don't think I didn't
appreciate
see you.
that $9.99, sir. I got you confused with Adam for a second, so I said hello to you, and I did not mean to. But
this motherfucker. Anyway,
I like this part.
It is Extra Life Day, so when y'all get done with this, please go over to the Nerd 901 channel on Twitch because I'm actually gonna be joining them a little later.
He's gonna be over there.
Yeah, I'll be over there playing God only knows what while we raise money for believe me for Lebanon or Children's Hospital.
Now, Big Ernie,
Yes, yes, yes,
Keep
yes,
it
yes,
right
yes.
there on this page. Okay.
Yes.
You're looking at Doctor Strange, who can't talk, his nose is broken. You got John Constantine with the Eye of Agamotto in his hand. With John saying, sure. But do you understand a real nigga? That's what he said.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I can't read that any other way. I really cannot read that any other way. Like, cause full disclosure, when I was reading this shit the first time and I got to this part, that was kind of what I was thinking. Like by default, that was kind of what was in my mind. Cause I was like, God damn, is this motherfucker claiming us? Is John Constantine the latest to fall under the Piccolo effect? Is this what we're is this what we've become now? But no, as we carry on through this, he gets the Eye of Agamotto. He even gets the third eye shenanigans that Doctor Strange would normally be messing around with. And I love how and this is a moment where how somebody comes into a story and they're just talking cash money shit.
Yes.
And then they finally have to put some respect on the person they've been talking shit to. This is that moment where he's like, "Oh shit, you a real?" He's like, "I thought I was a real nigga. You a real nigga."
Yeah.
Which I love this shot, by the way, too. I love the way this shot got laid out. But no, basically he starts going like, "Oh shit, yeah, you the realist, you one of the real ones," and it's kind of here where some wacky shenanigans kind of start playing out, and I'll kind of pull them up here so y'all can see, but. And like I said, all the things we were talking about earlier, you get to get back into the Necron and the Mephisto of it all, the Ghost Rider and the Swamp Thing of it all. And kind of as you kind of and this is what I love, when you kind of cut through, some of this, kind of watching how these people are fighting each other. And then as it slowly goes around, they all wind up by themselves. And then it's going about their business. Ghost Rider's like, I was about to drag that motherfucker one more time, but you know what?
Now.
Let me go see what Danny doing.
So allow me to make you and maybe several other people that are watching live very angry. Can you move that page up real quick so we can see the other two gentlemen that are fighting next to Ghost Rider and Swamp Thing? See, okay, X1 just said it. Who is fighting Mephisto? Now, Ernie already told you all who is fighting Mephisto. Some of you all will remember what he said. But while your boy Carter was in the comic shop listening to people talk about Batman Deadpool #1, man, there are some cool fights in here. They got Ghost Rider fighting Swamp Thing. And then they got, I don't know why, but they got Mephisto fighting Parallax for some reason.
I knew you were about to say that bullshit. God damn it. Oh, God damn it. I can't stand you. Oh, I can't stand y'all dusty ass fucking nerds. Oh, actually, you know what? To be fair, Decadad is correct. It is Neron. I kept saying Necron because I have fire and ice on the brain. For a reason y'all will find out later.
Boy, I don't see hide nor hair of a ring nowhere.
Well, it's funny because it's not a character I would have expected them to use. Actually, when I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, I kind of figured maybe they would use more. I figured maybe they maybe use a more recent, maybe a more you know what? Instead of Mephisto, I say more recent character. Trigon's not
more
a
known.
recent character.
More
but
known.
But that's what I expect. I was like, ooh, maybe they would have done like Mephisto and Trigon. But you know what? I kind of get why they didn't use Trigon, because it would have been two red motherfuckers on the page and people would have gotten confused. If motherfuckers are already seeing Neron and thinking like Parallax, then they're going to see Trigon and be like, oh, what?
Can I ask you a question real quick?
What's up?
What does Vash the Stampede have to do with Mephisto?
This nigga. I'm about sick of this nigga right here. God damn it. Yeah, Eclipso would have been. Yeah, I would have liked Eclipso. I would have liked Eclipso. That would have been one I would have. Vash the Stampede. Yeah. But no, I get why some characters were used, and I'm pretty sure there's reasons why certain characters were used versus others. A lot of it comes down to personal preference, but a lot of times it comes down to what's more marketable, and sometimes it comes down to what they have access to, because sometimes in editorial, certain characters you'll be told, you can't use this character for licensing reasons or one reason or another, blah, 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 whoop-de-woo, whatever. They probably asked for a certain character, and they were like, nope, we don't want this character involved. That could happen to, case in point, I'd like to use this as an example. When I was talking to Tim Seeley about his Godzilla stuff, and I asked him, I was like, because for those who don't know, it's Toho who is over all that. I asked him, I said, hey, did Toho put any limitations on what it is you're allowed to do? And he basically said that he could do whatever he wanted as long as he didn't fucking touch Godzilla -1. They said he couldn't touch Godzilla -1 and he couldn't touch Shin Godzilla. They said those only two things he couldn't touch, which is kind of funny because he kind of found a way to do both without actually doing them. But that's another story altogether. Anyway, but yeah, I like this. I liked the scene Constantine start to put respect on Doctor Strange's name, and then they ultimately wind up realizing, much as I always say is going to be the case, superheroes work, even though Constantine's not really a superhero, but superheroes typically work better together than against each other. If they take the time to actually say, hey, let's put this bullshit over here and let's get to fucking work. That usually is almost always the better way. And what I love is when you get to the end of this, when you get to the end of the story, and the universe has been put back to rights, and everything is fine now. I love how they realize that they could be boys. They're like, oh shit, we might be able to do a little something. And Dr. Strange's like, hey, I worry that if you hang around anymore, what other bullshit gonna come up? And then basically he's like, hey, you want to join up with me? We can go do some shit. You want to come see what shit looks like on the DC comic side of things, pimp? He said, we got a Doctor Strange over there too, but he don't do no goddamn magic. He just walk around looking bald-headed with glasses on, looking weird. You would clean him up real quick. And I love how, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna become one of my new reaction memes right here. This where Doctor Strange's like, perhaps. Look, you know what that is? See, no, I know what that face is. You know why Doctor Strange making a face? He ain't talking to Constantine. He talking to old girl earlier in the book when she was like, hey, what you doing? She's like, hey, she's like, you busy right now? He like,
So, with you saying all that, it's very clear that you enjoyed the story.
Yes,
I'm
very much
really happy, really happy that one of the first things you said was that this was totally a Constantine story, because I did enjoy this story as well. And I think the one thing that Batman Deadpool did was it really made me left me clamoring for more with these characters. So yes, this is totally a Constantine story. And then when we got to the end, it's like, okay, I totally want to see the Doctor Strange version of this, which we might not see anytime soon. We might see it way down the goddamn line, but it did leave me wanting that, just to see how he would act in that realm of things. But it also made me wonder, who would you try to top this? And what I mean by that is, okay, it took 3 motherfuckers to write a couple of pages of John Constantine and Doctor Strange. So if we get another DC Marvel crossover, Is it gonna be 7 motherfuckers writing Doctor Strange, John Constantine?
I mean, I will say this. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This was 10 pages. This was a smooth 10 pages. It took 3 motherfuckers to write 10 pages. I'd be scared to see them get a whole one shot by themselves. I'd be fucking scared. I'd be terrified. I'd be like, God damn, so what you gonna do? Are you gonna bring in Al Ewing and motherfucking Stephanie Phillips and are you gonna bring in Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly and shit? Y'all might as well go ahead and get Ethan and Griffin, get the supple the supple boys, the twins or whatever you call them. You may as well just get everybody in this motherfucker. Goddamn. But no, I will say the story that I actually liked even better than this one, was the one that followed it.
Okay,
and that was the Tom Taylor written, Bruno Redondo drawn.
Yes.
And also, let's go give a little bit of extra respect. Adriano Lucas colored, and we also got Wes Abbott on letters.
This is real deal. The Nightwing team coming back to do Nightwing. With a little more spice on it this go around.
But you know what? Do you remember when do you remember when we were first talking about this, how some people were confused as to why Laura Kinney and Nightwing would have been a good fit for each other? I love how they clear this shit up right here on this first page. This first page. You got Nightwing talking about Laura, and you got Laura talking about Dick. And basically they're saying, and it's funny, they're saying the same shit about each other.
Laura is talking about Dick is crazy, Colonel Carruthers. That is crazy.
I apologize. But no, he goes on to say her name is Laura Kinney. She's Wolverine. She had another name, but she defeated it. She was looking for Batman. That line is special. Because it's one of the things people still. It's funny. She's been Wolverine for like what? A few years now.
Hold on. I'm gonna actually do some research because funny enough, the brother that's writing this story is the one who made her Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly. But no, like I remember it's been at least a few years, maybe several. And people
2015.
Okay, so right there. So she's been Wolverine for 10 years. And people still call her X-23.
X-23, yeah.
Is like, so, but I love how, he goes, but she defeated it. She was looking for Batman. He's away. She had to settle for me. And then she turns around and says, his name is Dick Grayson. He's Nightwing. He had another name, but he outgrew it. And I was like,
I love that.
I was like, look, right there off top, that all correct answers. Answers. I have not heard one wrong answer yet.
You can tell this is somebody who knows and loves these characters. You can clearly tell.
Love to see it. And then she goes on to say, I was trying to find the Dark Knight. I think I found something better. Correct answer. That was correct answer. There are no wrong answers here. We found these are in fact. You know what? Technically, she did find the Dark Knight. She found it. She found the better one. We all know it. Everybody needs to accept it. The sooner we all accept that DC made a tremendous mistake by undoing Dick Grayson becoming Batman, the better off we will all be. The better, like that he should still today be Batman, but you know what? It's okay, because you know what? He is better than Batman as Nightwing, so there you go. But no, it goes on. I love how also the story is called Sticks and Snicks. It's like, God damn it. But no, this whole story is basically them trying to track down Gabby, because Gabby done run off somewhere. Laura thinks she'd have been snatched. And I'm not gonna stand on ceremony here. Killer Croc is the culprit, supposedly. But basically, I love how for two characters who don't interact under normal circumstances, I love how I love how chill this was. Like,
Yeah.
Laura was being chill. Nightwing's being chill. Like, Nightwing's just being Nightwing. You're doing the normal thing. Yeah, whatever. Nightwing. I love the fact that Nightwing often is depicted with a smile on his face because dude, he's like, man, look, I'm out here, man. I know I got this. I know I got this, man. Look, I lead a team of motherfuckers who got powers. And that's what I think is where shit gets hilarious is when is this shit right here. There's a part where here let's dig in here. There's a part where they're going through and they're trying to figure out where Gabby is, and they're talking their shit. They're talking their shit or whatever. Just kind of going back and forth. But when they get there, she goes on to say, "Whatever you found, don't worry, she's okay. My sister and I, we heal. What do you do?" And he says, he's like, "What do? I do what I can." And she's like, "What? You just a regular guy? You regular?" like, honestly, that's the only way that line could have been better if she just been like, "You regular?" Carter, could you imagine a motherfucker, you walking with somebody, y'all getting ready to go throw hands on somebody, like, "Yeah, man, I'm out here, man. I got fire in one hand, ice in the other, man, and I can fly. Oh, and I can do backflips." And then and they're like, "Man, what you do?" "I don't know, man. Whatever I got to."
You really want me to answer this question? Well, before I answer that, because I'm gonna answer what you asked with an insult. Before we get to that point, I wanna stress again that this is a writer who knows these characters. For all of you who did not know, because I said it prior, Tom Taylor wrote All New Wolverine from 2015 to 2018. 35 issues. Nightwing was 40.
Yes.
This is somebody who knows these characters.
Yes.
So you can tell that in the writing of each of these characters' voices. Now, to answer Ernie's question, I'm going to answer that question with another question, but it ain't to Ernie. The question is to Jerry Duggan.
Oh, shit.
When you looking at how Laura Kinney is written here, it stings a little bit, don't it? It hurt a little bit, don't it? Knowing how you wrote this character, knowing how Tom Taylor writes it hurt a little bit, don't it? It gave you motion sickness like you were playing Duke Nukem 3D, don't it? Don't it?
God damn it.
That moment when you're dropping down on a roller coaster and you thought you was prepared for it, but you wasn't, and your stomach dropping. Thing, don't it?
Shit.
That one poop that you thought was a poop, that wasn't the poop. It hurt, don't it? Caught you off guard, didn't it? Yeah.
You thought
Ernie,
you thought you farted, but you sharted. But no, what I love is this book, and it's I think I might be misremembering, but I think this one, it's not as long, obviously, as I don't think it's as long as the other one. I think it's like a page short of the Constantine Doctor Strange story. I think it's like, what was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
which
6,
I
7,
actually,
yeah, it was like 8. It was like 8. It was like 8 pages, give or
which
take.
I give props to that you were able to do such a good, concise story in less pages. With,
100%.
Again, one some bitch doing it. Now I will say, this some bitch done several issues with these characters, but still, only need one person.
Well, and here's the thing. What I love is when Gabby comes into it, man, Dick catching it from every angle. Because now Gabby is here, and now she is going to be talking wild crazy to Nightwing. I also love how, like, the things that Dick Grayson has seen, I'm almost shocked that, like, he kind of has this, like he's
Bone
not like
claws freaked him the fuck out.
Yeah, it's like
you done seen some shit, boy.
It's like, dude, you literally hang out with a nigga who got like fucking TVs and stereos and shit coming out his body.
No, you didn't have to put down the love of your life's crazy ass brother in James Gordon Jr., but Bone Claws is what. Whoa,
he's like,
mama, what
wait a
you
minute.
got going on?
It's like, come on now. One thing I did enjoy though is when Killer Croc comes into play. Because like Killer Croc ain't used to fighting no motherfucker like Laura Kinney. He ain't used to that. And what I do love is how Tom kind of like everybody kind of has a way to write Laura and you have her like respond to whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But what I did like is how Tom Taylor was channeling the Laura that I think I prefer over all others. Okay, I don't know. Maybe you might feel differently, Carter. I don't know. Let's hash this out. Carter, for me, and I I'm probably in the minority here.
Okay.
I don't like when Laura is like when people write Laura like she's just female Wolverine. Like they make her like she can be surly, obviously, because that's kind of just in her blood. But like when people try and make her like aggro like all the time, like we're like she's always just ready to fly off the handle at a moment's notice. And thankfully it doesn't happen really much anymore, to my understanding. Yeah. But I remember there were some times in her publication. And honestly, you know what? I think it might have been more during like New X-Men than it was anywhere else. But like there's seen times like where like people were trying really hard to make her just female Wolverine when like she already had been established as kind of being a more chill person than Logan.
So one of the runs that got me back into X books was Kyle and Yost's X-Force run during the whole Hope Messiah complex, Messiah War stuff. And that was the first time I had seen Laura Kinney in anything. I didn't know who this character was.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was Laura Kinney and Warpath. I was, who? Wait, what? So when reading those, even though those were what got me back into reading X, you're absolutely right. She was literally just a quiet version. She was a quiet version of Wolverine. That was the Wet Works person. It reminded me of like them trying to do a way too emo version of, or just an aggro version of Batgirl.
Yeah.
All X-23 needed was to cover her mouth.
Yeah,
that was Batgirl. So you are absolutely correct in that.
Yeah,
but you were talking about somebody because you said you don't like when certain people write Laura Kinney that way. Jerry, you know he was talking to you. You know he were talking to you.
Well, to be fair, that was Talon. That was Talon's. That's a different character. No, I'm playing. But no, she is. I know she's not a clone. What I'm saying is, and I remind some people. I'm usually the one who was kind of reminding people of that. What I'm saying is, like, when I say clone, I'm not talking about like what she like. I'm not saying that she is literally a clone. What I'm saying is like, I don't like when people treat her like she is just a clone of Wolverine, meaning she has all the exact. She's basically just Wolverine with boobs and a vagina. That's what I'm saying. Oh,
so, Ernie, you forgetting. We can get it for those people that's gonna buy the swimsuit and the summer covers. But how are we gonna differentiate her from regular Wolverine?
Yeah.
I got it. We take one of them claws off her hand and we put it in the bitch's feet.
God damn, dude, that's money. Sell it.
Get Vince.
Well, it's funny you bring that up too, because that's kind of what gets us back into the book is when and this is something I actually love that Tom Taylor did this because this is kind of speaking to what I'm talking about. He talks about how like she has death on the ends of her hands and her feet. Wait, you know what I love? This is almost like an Orange Cassidy, like the way when I read this originally, I kind of read it like how when people talk about Orange Cassidy on AEW, like hands in his pocket. rockets. That's kind of how I read this line right here. But then he goes on to say, but I can see every extra effort she's taking not to inflict a fatal blow. All the energy she's using to hold back. And he said, still, I have never seen Killer Croc this afraid. And I thought this was a pretty cool moment because, once again, like as I was saying earlier, Laura, well, yes, she is a Wolverine. She is, that character. That is who she has grown to become. She still kind of moves in a way a little bit different. Like it's not to say Logan wouldn't have acted in the same capacity, but I mean, let's keep it a buck. Logan today is not the Logan he used to be.
No.
There was a time, like you go back to like the 90s, man, Logan would have laid down Killer Croc and not thought anything of it. That man would have just went shook and been like, all right.
It would have been off panel. It would have been off panel because we can't show people getting murdered.
Or what we would have seen is we would have seen him dive into Killer Croc's chest with the claws. But see, we would have saw it from behind Killer Croc, and Killer Croc would have been up against a wall, and you never would have saw the claws enter his chest. You'd have seen things just go shook. And that's all you. The camera
would have panned up to Logan's face so you can't see him pull the claws out with blood all over the place.
Right.
So
and he would look back and be like, "I'm the best there is at what I do." Yeah, that's what they would have done. But no, once you get past this moment, it's kind of where we get into like the aftermath. And what I really dug about this part is, once again, Gabby. The Gabby interaction. This is what I was here for. This is 100% what I was here for. Because the whole time that I was reading this, and the whole time they're talking about how, man, Gabby was kidnapped. I was like, who the fuck in Gotham was gonna kidnap Gabby? I was like,
they gonna find a way to bring that goddamn pet Wolverine somewhere in the story.
Right.
They always do this. And no matter the story, they find a way to bring that goddamn Wolverine into the story. They find a way to bring that goddamn pet somewhere.
It's like he didn't take me. He took Jonathan. I just love it because it's like, well, duh. Yeah, there's no fucking way that Killer Croc was gonna kidnap Gabby Kitty. Like, stop.
Yeah.
But no, I was absolutely positively here for it. And then I loved how they actually. It's so funny because I remember reading this issue of Nightwing and just being like, bruh, what are we doing? But it was funny as fuck. Going back to talking about the goddamn dog, the goddamn talking dog. It was great. It was fantastic. Like I loved how, this felt like, it felt like an issue of Nightwing. It felt like an issue of Laura Kinney Wolverine. And it felt like they went perfectly to get. God damn it, Jefferson! Yeah. Why'd you do that, Jonathan Kent, the Wolverine? He said, "Y'all go like John Kent."
Can you go back up real quick? Because there was something else I like that goes back to your point right here in this panel where Nightwing is talking to Gabby, saying, "What were you doing chasing Killer Croc into the sewers? You could have been eaten." And she just basically just flat out responds, I've been eaten by monsters before. And I like Laura's response, and I've been eaten by monsters too. It's inconvenient, but it's not the end of the world. Which to me, that's a totally Logan response that show you did. She just like her daddy, but that's still Laura. You know what I mean?
Dude, you know what I would have liked, and now that you kind of brings up, I saw somebody else brings up too, kind of tangentially, is I would have loved if Damian would have showed up in this at some point. Like if Damian would have pulled up and would have got to have like a little bit of interaction with Gabby, because I know they would have gotten on each other's nerves.
Okay. If Damian was to show up to interact with Gabby, I absolutely only want Damian there if the end result is him getting whooped.
Oh yeah, no, he got to get dunked on. Like there's no
if he sees the honey badger and jumps or like attempts to like try to hit it with the staff or something, and he just gets his shit rocked by Gabby real quick. Oh, I love.
Oh no, I just want Jonathan. I want Jonathan just jump on his face. and that motherfucker just
Oh,
fall
wow.
out. They're like, ah, like that's all I want. I don't even want Damien having no business. I just want Damien to show up, talk some shit, and she just throw Jonathan in his face.
Now, I love how Gabby just got through insulting Nightwing's dog, but totally wants to go pet it. This was such a Lord.
Look,
this is good.
And then like right here, talk about some. You know what? I'm sorry I called you mundane, Haley. You're clearly one of the greatest dogs to ever dog. And also this right here, I love this part right here where she's like, oh yeah, see, so Batman's your dad. Also, you like Laura. You another Nepo hero.
Never heard it before, but now it's stuck there.
It's like you're a Nepo
You have to start
hero.
using that. And yes, John Styles, I know Damien is an animal lover, but the story I want is for Jonathan not to like Damien at all. Oh, that would be funnier. But yes, Nepo heroes. Love it.
But I love this. I love how Batgirl just pulled up just to eat. Batgirl just pulled up to get some grub. Like, yeah. Come on, we gonna hang out in the clock tower. Whatever. Yeah. Go ahead, and get me. Go ahead and get me some of that some yums. Bring that yums by the house, and we just gonna eat. But no, I love how it does carry on. I love how it carries on to them like going on to like kind of like interact with each other like solo dolo. And just as a duo. And I even love how he kind of leans into, he's like, talking about the Nepo thing. Like, yeah, it's kind of true. He's like, we kind of slick Nepo heroes, but but I love how it doesn't diminish, what it is, that they do, and talking about how like, there's extra pressure, you got to walk in someone's footsteps. You got to, but also at the same time, you got to find your own path. And you can't deny that this right here, this last shot, right here,
that
was fucking amazing. Just say living up to the best there is at what they do. Like, dude, that right there, like, and seeing Batman and Wolverine just like in the background and everything. That, like, I'm not gonna lie, this right here, you could have gave me a whole like this. Okay, like,
yes, maxi
you could have gave this the one shot.
This is money. This is money. If you wanted to make this a maxi series, just a solid 12 issues between Marvel and DC,
easy.
Dog, that's easy money. That is easy
100%.
Written by Tom Taylor, drawn by Bruno. So you got the night. You got exactly what you got here. You already know what's in store for you when you get the other. This is free money. This is free money.
Like, I mean, I know Batman and Deadpool were like the license to print money. I know, like, I keep telling people this all the time. I know why they chose Batman and Deadpool to be the main story, but I'm not going to hold you. I think they left a lot of money on the table by underestimating how much people would have ate up this story had they known that like this was going to be the main deal. Because don't get me wrong, I like the Batman and Deadpool. They actually work.
This was the best story in this one shot. Period.
Hands down. Period. It's not even close. It's not like even. I liked the Constantine and Doctor Strange. Yeah. I loved Nightwing and Wolverine, Laura Kitty. I loved this right here, kind of similar to how I felt about the previous one where it was Deadpool and Batman. While I liked all the other stories that popped up, I thought the Captain America Wonder Woman joint was better than pretty much everything else that was in the book.
Yeah.
And right here, I feel the same. I feel like there's always going to be there's always going to be a story that's going to be better than whatever else is in the book. But I mean, like, to be so far and away the clear, superior story, I mean, come on. This is a license to print money, and both Marvel and DC, if they were not to do anything more with this, I'm sorry, you would have to classify it as fiduciary malfeasance. You would have to.
That's a good idea. Extriv. If they wanted to have Tom Taylor and Bruno do this as a webtoons to get people to read those because I think the only one that they're really doing right now when it pertains to webtoons that is really, really selling is the Red Hood and the Outlaws book. And the only reason I know about that one is because it's the Rebirth team.
Right.
Completely different writer, completely different artist, but those, I think they have several of those trades out for webtoons. So if they were to do that with this, dog, that's free money, bro.
Dude, you're literally leaving money on the table. Like that's and honestly, at that point, like I said, and I'll say it every time, that is fiduciary malfeasance of the highest order. You like whoever is in charge at Marvel and DC, if they do not do this, they should be fired. They should be fired because you are quite literally, you say you're in the business to make money. You are not in the business to make money if this is what you're doing. Or rather, this is what you're not doing.
You're literally, you're paying, or you're reaching out to Marvel, probably paying Marvel to use Laura Kinney for this story when Tom Taylor is yours, Bruno Redondo is yours, so like you would benefit a lot more from this because you're getting more eyes on the Nightwing. Now, everybody wins in this, but man,
bro,
I'm just saying. So hopefully this is something that can happen down the line. Both of these one shots have been extremely successful. Yes. We've seen a lot of stories that we did not know that we wanted. Now that we have seen stories that we did not know we wanted, we want them now. And I think this is the one between Batman, Deadpool, Deadpool, Batman. This is the one. It's kind of crazy that it was a DC one, but this is the one.
Yeah, this was the one. This actually had, like, I'm not gonna lie, DC actually, and I shouldn't be surprised. Of course, they showed out. Why wouldn't they show out? I will say there's still more stories there, and these last two we can run through real quick because they're only 5 pages a piece. Where I didn't even really mean to spend as much time as I did on the previous two, but the reason why I kind of skipped the Batman Deadpool of is because honestly, I can tell you how I feel about Batman and Deadpool really quickly. But I want to get to these other first before we do that. But to get back to it, Harley and Hulk, or rather as they start, Hulk and Harley's Amazing Saturday, and then kind of metacontextually go back and say, sorry, that's not it. It should be Harley and Hulk's Amazing Saturday. To put it more in Harley Quinn's cadence because she's supposed to have top billing. Basically, there's no rhyme or reason to why Harley and Hulk are hanging out. There's no overarching narrative. This is a Harley Quinn story through and through. Shit is just happening. Why? You want to know why, Carter? Because fuck you, that's why. This is a Harley Quinn book. Hulk is just there, and honestly, Hulk don't even know why. Like, the look that Hulk has on his face as to why he is there, like, Hulk's face, this whole story is basically kind of what you are supposed to have. You was like, I don't know what the fuck going on, but I guess.
Hulk's face was my face when every time I skipped the page because I didn't care to read this story, and I saw there was another page right after that one, and then there was another page right after that one, and then there was another page right after that one. That was my face. Hulk's face.
It was 5. Like, I will say this. You know how? Remember in the Marvel one? Remember how there was the Green Lantern Guardians of the Galaxy joint?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember how I think that one was only like 1 or 2? I think it was like 2 pages. I think it was like 2 pages if I remember correct. I don't remember it being.
No, it was more than that. It was more. I think it was like maybe 3 or 4.
No, honestly, I don't even think it was that much.
Really?
I can actually hear. I got it right here in front of me.
Please, give it to me.
So yeah, that motherfucker was 2 pages. It was that was 2 pages. I kind of felt like the Harley one kind of overstayed its welcome a little bit. Like it, and here's the thing, not like saying it was bad, but just like I felt like the shenanigans they were doing, they kind of kept like hammering the same joke home almost the entirety of it. Like, case in point, the whole hot dog thing. Like, the hot dog joke just gets run into the ground to the point that there are multiple fucking hot dogs, like, just all over the place.
Hulk would much rather come back to Marvel and get split in half by Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Look, Hulk's sitting here like, man, look, can I get back to the mother of horrors? Because this shit is
already spoiled and read her whooping Metamorpho. I've had my Harley feel right now. So
Yeah,
when I
it's
saw that this was a story in there, I had already made up my mind that I do not care.
yeah, that like honestly, that's kind of where I was at with it too. Like by the time I got to the end of it, I was just like, okay, it's done. Good. Let's move on. That said, I did
Yes.
enjoy the Static Miss Marvel
Okay.
story. That one is all
Here we
okay.
go.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so here's my thing. And this is where. Okay, look, I want to bring us in a little bit closer because I want people to understand what I'm saying here when I say this.
Here we
I'm
go.
not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not trying to be out of pocket. But I'm not going to hold you. There are some pages that went to some of these stories that I feel like would have been better served going to this last story.
I didn't know you were gonna say that.
No, that is because here's the thing. The story. Okay, let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all what's happening here. Let me tell you what's happening here. So basically, we started the story out. It's called New Friends in Old Places. This is G. Willow Wilson, one of the goats, and also another goat, Dennis Cowan, one of the people who is like one of the pillars of Milestone Media, providing the art for the story. Which I was like, you know what? Let's fucking go. I love me some Dennis Cowan. Now that said. We're talking about having some of my favorite people on board. Why am I upset about the story? I'm going to tell you why. So this story starts out, Kamala's at home, doing her normal, Kamala Khan thing when she's at home, hanging out with her parents, and all of a sudden, shenanigans happen. What's Miles Morales doing? He's chilling at home with his parents, doing his normal, or not Miles, but Static. What's Static doing? I don't know why I said, well, I mean, to be fair, Static walks so Miles could run. But no. Static is doing his normal thing. And then shenanigans. But here's the problem. By the time these two characters meet and do what it is they're supposed to do together, the story is over. Like they don't even get to interact for very long. It's like this right here, like, okay, you go to this page. Yeah, they're meeting each other for the first time. I'm actually kind of shocked, pun intended, that shock to the system never came up. But they rushed to get to that shit in the Batman Static Beyond story. But then you get to this part right here, and it's like, okay, cool. What are they going to do? They are going to chit-chat with one another while they beat the brakes off of the bad guy. And then the story just ends before they actually complete their task. This is why I have a problem with the story. It's like, cool. There was no conflict. Two superheroes meet. G. Willow Wilson did the thing that I actually prefer people to do when they write two superheroes interacting, kind of similar to what Tom Taylor did. I don't need to see these motherfuckers fight for 15 pages before they realize they're on the same side. We know they're on the same side. Put them on the same side. Let them do their thing. Kind of similar to what they did with the Green Arrow Daredevil story in the Marvel one-shot, which was also what I felt one of the more superior stories in that book. And I think there's a bit of a pattern going on here that the best stories in the book are not the main one. But here...
Yes. Tyler Durden, you hit the nail on the head because I thought it when I read it, when I saw it. Maybe Dennis Cowan just got through watching Godzilla -1.
He might have. He may have.
Because that's totally Static and Ms. Marvel whooping Godzilla. That's
it may as well be. It may as well be.
Totally what that is.
It's like, you know what it is? It's legally distinct Godzilla. That is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Atomic breath monster.
Yeah, exactly. It's Zillagod is who that is. That's who that is. But yeah, my problem with this is that, by the time that I'm like, okay, you're giving me the thing I want, it's over.
Yeah.
You could have shaved like 2 or 3 pages off that Harley Quinn story, and we could have gotten something out this. I feel like, you know what it is? I feel like the Ms. Marvel and Static story is wasted potential. That's what I feel.
Even if you didn't want to take pages away from Harley Quinn and Hulk, here's the thing. We already know about Static's family. We already know about Kamala's family. You could have done exactly what Tom Taylor did and just brought us with those characters in the middle of something and just let your mind do what it does. Yeah. But for you to do that, So I'll tell you one complaint I saw about this story, and I want to see what you say about it.
Mm.
A lot of people got hyped when they saw that G. Willow Wilson was going to be doing Miss Marvel and a Static story because they thought they were going to get Miss Marvel G. Willow Wilson. Marvel Now G. Willow Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
They thought they were going to get that G. Willow Wilson for this story, and you didn't get nothing in this story. But an interaction, a one panel argument about no, I'm gonna invite you to the cookout. No, I'm gonna invite you to the cookout. No, I'm gonna invite you to the cookout. The end.
It's like by the time that like they actually get to doing, and I do agree. I actually think maybe they probably should have just started it like, okay, for when you know you don't have as much time to do setup, you should probably start in media res. For those who know what that means, it's basically just a way of saying shit's already happening. But I feel like they should have done that, because 2 pages are kind of like, all right, you only got 5 pages. 2 of them, okay, I'm gonna tell you where it should have started. I should say this is the page where the book should have started, or where the story should have started. It should have started like right here, and then maybe you can go from there. Like, oh, okay, oh, hey, the other guy, oh, that guy, okay, cool, all right, now then you can go on from there, and then you could use those first 2 pages, maybe doing something more impactful, like showing them like, I don't know, doing something else. I don't know, but I still think that I was actually a little disappointed that this was a story that got less. Yeah, and it's always going to happen. There's always going to be stories in the book that are going to get less pages.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. But I feel like I was very disappointed that this was one of them. I feel like this deserved more. Because here's the thing. And the reason why I say I think it should have gotten more pages is because here's the reality of the situation. While Static is the most well-known of Milestone Media's superheroes, there's still a lot of people who don't know who Static is. Despite having an animated series, despite appearing in Young Justice, despite being kind of a pop culture icon of the time that the series was on, there's still tons of people who do not know who the fuck he is. So I kind of get why they were giving like a little bit more. That's kind of why I'm a little bit more understanding of the opening pages of the story. But the thing is, you have an opportunity to try and sell people on this character and maybe introduce for the first time, because it's always somebody's first fucking comic. So what if someone's first? Because I know that's kind of how it was for me in some aspects of not really a fair assessment. Most every character that was in the original Marvel versus DC amalgam, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I knew who most of them were, but if not all of them at the time. But yeah, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna pick up that book and not know who the fuck is Static. Why should I care? And I feel like you kind of have it becomes incumbent upon you at that point. You gotta make an effort to try and sell the character. But all that aside, it was a little bit jarring. It's also, man, why you gotta put the black and brown folks at the back of the book? That was, come on now. Why they gotta be in the back of the bus?
Why were the two? Is that a bad word to use? You can tell me if this is a bad word to use. Why are 2 of the worst stories toward the back? Did you know they was bad when you was putting these to print? Is that what that was?
Well, I mean, I guess worse is relative, but yeah.
That's what
it's relative. I don't like I said. I don't think that the Static Miss Marvel story is bad. I just think it's mishandled, and misplaced. In a greater sense.
I think J. Willow missed on this.
It's a. I mean, I don't even think she missed. It's just I feel like there was too much left. There was too much left. Because I mean, under normal circumstances, even outside of Miss Marvel, I typically enjoy G. Willow Wilson. I always, I always enthusiastically recommend The Hunger in the Dusk.
Yeah. Hell, look at Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy ain't supposed to be nowhere near as long as it is. Poison Ivy was supposed to be a good
12.
6.
No, it's supposed to be 12. It was 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
12.
And it's about to be on issue 40.
Dog.
Because we talked about that when I was talking to Stephanie Williams. I was like, that, and here's the thing. So I think 38 was the most recent issue that came out.
Yeah. Yes,
the motherfucker had 2. They just had a second annual. Dude, those annuals. That means you're doing something. So, yeah, I mean, look, I think that I don't think I would be out of pocket to say that, you know, is this G's best? No. But I feel like if she maybe would have either A, handled it a little bit differently, or B, been given more pages, I don't know. I feel like maybe it would have been done a little bit better, but yeah. But anyway, then there's the main story. And once again, like I said, I can sum up how I feel about the main story pretty fucking simply.
Cool. I can do it.
It's Batman shenanigans.
Oh.
It's Grant Morrison Batman shenanigans. Did you ever read Batman R.I.P.?
You love to bring up that story specifically to dunk on that story.
I fucking hated it. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't know if anybody else was. I was reading Batman R.I.P. As it was coming out.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, it was in my pull box. Like, I had Batman R.I.P. in my pull box. I was picking up every issue of Batman that was connected to R.I.P. And I could not make heads or fucking tails out of that fucking story. It made no good. Like, okay, it says a lot that a plot point of Batman R.I.P. made more sense in Chip Zdarsky's story than in Grant Morrison's story. It says a lot.
It wasn't in my box. I got it late. Oh God, I'll show you how far back this goes. You remember when there was I think there was a Borders books in Wolf Chase?
Yep.
So I remember seeing Batman R.I.P. It was already finished.
Walden
it was already
books.
Out. Walden books, thank you. It was already out. It was already done. But the way they had it on the shelf, you had, I think it was Final Crisis that he was dead on the cover and Superman was holding him. So you had Final Crisis and then you had R.I.P. right next to it. So I thought that R.I.P. was dealing with the fallout of him getting blown off in Final Crisis.
Nope. Was not. It was not.
That's how they put it on the fucking shelf. Oh my God.
No, it was, so they were running about, if memory serves me, they were running about the same time, and Batman R.I.P., I mean, granted, the way that it was sold, okay, this is where we're going to get into why I don't like solicits and why sometimes I don't like listening to people who are trying to tell me shit when I'm in the shop. Because the way it was pitched to me is that, this is supposed to be this story arc where Batman's going up against one of the greatest foes ever gone against, and he's probably going to die at the end of this. And then later on you find out he didn't die at, not really dead at the end of it. It was actually in Final Crisis, Final Crisis where he's going to get clapped. And even then, he's not even actually clapped. It was one of those things, it was during a time where DC was always kind of playing fast and loose with how they wanted to promote shit and try and get people hooked to think that, some real crazy shit's going to fucking happen. And ultimately end up just moonwalking that shit back. Inside of 6 months to a year. And that was kind of why I didn't. That's why I didn't care for that one very much.
That's why you like to NBA Jam RIP on the regular. Okay.
Yeah. But no, that said, the book is pretty meta. In a lot, it's Deadpool, so of course, there's gonna be meta shit going on. But just to give you an idea of just to pull this up, how when you open up the story, it's Deadpool holding Batman in a very Death in the Family style fashion. And then also kind of going into how they basically end up kind of going into this, this kind of a really meta in between realm of things where like, and then also this right here, this nasty work right here. I love how they just, first off, the plot need not be the best possible. But then also going in to start throwing in random names in the graffiti, like you get a She-Hulk reference, you get a Dan Mora signing, snuck in there. You get an Ultra Comics nod. You get all kinds of little, nods, to the greater, wider world of both Marvel and DC in this. And Dan Mora does a fantastic job. His art, I mean, come on, man. Are we going to sit here and pretend like this is the first time we've seen Dan hand in great, fantastic art? No, we're not going to do that. But Carter, can you tell the good people why Batman and Deadpool are interacting with each other here? Other than the cheek clapping. We can't talk about the cheek clapping anymore.
See, I don't know how to say this without spoiling why they're doing it.
You just
Because I have a funny. Grant Morrison felt like having a Donny Cates crossover moment.
Yeah, basically. Because everything that happens in this book is pretty much crossover levels of shenanigans. Like case in point, the whole, we've even got the little Deadpool ducks and whatnot, and more kind of meta shenanigans being thrown around left and right regarding Deadpool. All the shit's there if you kind of know where to look. But then
before you do it,
go ahead.
I know where you're going. When I was reading this, I said, Grant Morrison actually writes a really nice Deadpool. He kind of sounds like Ryan Reynolds, if I'm being honest.
Basically.
And then we find out what we find out. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison just revived his Disney Plus subscription, cut on Deadpool Wolverine real quick.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Well, so basically, what's ultimately the reason why everything is happening the way it's happening is that Cassandra Nova is involved. This is Cassandra, and here's the thing, it actually makes sense because who better to write Cassandra Nova than the person who ultimately brought Cassandra Nova to the dance? Yeah. Who better than Grant? Who better than Grant?
Boy, I thought you were going to say Canyon. Jesus Christ.
Who better than Canyon? Also, the saddest episode of Dark Side of the Ring you'll ever watch.
I haven't watched it. There was a Instagram compilation of him giving random people at WCW the Canyon Cutter for no reason whatsoever. Just random cameramen.
Love it.
Somebody didn't put enough bread on his sandwich. Canyon Cutter.
Bang!
And he just run the fuck off.
It's sad too, because Canyon was literally the guy who, like, if you asked around, most wrestlers would be like, "That's one hell of a dude." Like,
I didn't know he was the innovator of offense.
Yeah, he was the innovator of offense. Yep.
I said, hey, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, because I remember this was a joke that happened, I think, on both ECW and I think it even happened in WCW, where like people crack jokes of the fact that like, you'll probably see this move on WWE next week. You know, people seeing what Canyon was doing and trying to copy him because he was literally just coming up with all kind of crazy fucking moves. Like just like Dean Malenko was a man of 1,000 holds, even though we only saw like, you know, maybe 3 or 4 of the motherfuckers. But yeah, Canyon was literally the man of 1,000 moves. Like he actually literally had so many moves in his repertoire that like I was like, dude, like he's a badass. But that we're getting far afield.
Yeah. So okay, you're saying that Grant Morrison is putting Cassandra Nova in this because he was one of the ones that brought her to the forefront. What? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. And you confused the fuck out of me right there. But see, you went that route with Grant because they brought Cassandra Nova to the dance. I was not thinking that at all. All this did was solidify. Oh, that's why his Deadpool. Well, that's why their Deadpool sounds like Ryan Reynolds. And then Cassandra Nova is literally doing what she did to Deadpool and Wolverine in the fucking. Yeah, you just got through watching Deadpool and Wolverine. You ain't fooling no goddamn body. And then he had his Donny Cates moment later on. But yeah.
Well, it's like I said, it gets into some pretty wild shit that
I wanted to call you because I said I know he is pissed reading that part. I wanted to call you right here.
It was this right here.
So, just to set up the scene for you guys that maybe not are watching us live and listening to us on Spotify or Apple Music and things like that, Batman is hurt. Batman looks dead from the Cassandra Nova shenanigans. So, Deadpool is doing what Deadpool is doing. He found the very last, he makes it a point to say it's one of the very last Lazarus pits in all of this crossover.
Oh, speaking of, did you catch where they were? Like why everything was happening?
I was looking at the walls, but is there something specific?
Well, no. Just so the Earth that that they're referring to all the time. Earth was 7642.
716. Yeah.
7642. Yeah, it's basically the amalgam universe.
Okay, did not know that.
Yeah, or not so much the amalgam universe, but it's a universe where Marvel and DC coexist. Like they're not like separate entities. It's actually a universe where it would make sense for Batman and Deadpool to run into each other because they the universes are the same. Kind of like similar how when we were reading like the Wonder Woman Captain America story, how it wasn't really referencing that there was like some kind of weird shenanigans. Like how like, oh no, we are. And it's kind of funny too, because a lot of other shit exists in that universe. Like Transformers. IDW Transformers specifically exist in that universe. Godzilla exists in that universe as well. There's actually quite a few things that exist in that universe. And it's kind of wild that they kept they kept going back to it. They kept referencing it throughout this story. Is
now
cool.
Who's gonna put this in their recent history of whichever company's universe? Who gonna put this in their book? That's my question. But going back to the theme for you guys, where I think Ernie went fucking berserk.
Oh yeah,
Batman is damn near dying. Wade finds a Lazarus pit, chucks him in the Lazarus pit in a room that has photos or portraits of Reverse Flash and Hela for some reason. We got Archangel up there as well.
Specifically Death, actually, or you know what it is? It's actually all deaths because so it's Black Flash, it's Death, it's Archangel is Death. I want to zoom this in because this is actually pretty gangster that they did this. So if you look at it, it's like, okay, so you got Black Flash, you got Death,
Archangel.
like Archangel when he was Death, and you got actual death. Then you also got actual death from Sandman.
Okay, got you.
And you got Hela. I'm blanking who the fuck that is. But
well, you know, I said Darkhawk.
You know, honestly, I keep wanting to say Darkhawk, but I don't think that is.
I know that's not who that is.
No.
And then Facebook says Darkhawk. See, I don't feel bad anymore. But I'm like, Darkhawk wouldn't be standing between Hela and Death from Sandman. So no.
I mean, you know what? Actually, I don't. I'm almost positive that it's not.
If all else fails, it's just somebody from DC. I hear you, X1.
Well, you know what? Actually, it's probably. There's no fucking telling. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and fucking lie to y'all and make it sound like I know who the fuck this motherfucker is. But that said,
yes,
I did appreciate the multiple references to Batman being Moon Knight and Nighthawk and Hawk Owl. An actual character, in case anyone doesn't remember. Hawk Owl is an actual character. But no, the reason why this got my goat, some of you probably are wondering, is because of this.
That Wade chucks Batman in the Lazarus pit and Bruce goes in, but Dark Claw comes out.
It's
the
crazy.
Rage.
Insane.
The rage I just knew that Ernie had when he turned the page. I said it out loud. Ernie's reaction was just like Wade's reaction.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on.
I was like it, but you know what? I honestly, I should not have been surprised by it. I really wasn't surprised by it. It was what it was. It was what it was. And and as it carries on, it's I remember I was talking to somebody else yesterday. And I was telling them, I was like, I didn't like Dark Claw back when Dark Claw was out.
You did not.
Dark Claw was ass to me. I was like, and I think, what were my exact words? Because I think around the time this happened, I was probably about 12 or 13 years old. I remember being in the shop when I first laid eyes on Dark Claw, and my reaction, even then, was, come the fuck on. Like, out loud in the shop. I was like, come the fuck on, bruh. Stop. This is dumb. And also, they take it a step further. Because eventually we even wind up getting yet another amalgam. And they, I will say, the way they bring it into play is cute. The dead bat. Like, it's like, okay, all right, thanks for that. That's what I really needed. I actually needed dead bat. Here's the perfect thing, Ernie, to wash the nasty taste of Dark Claw out of your mouth. Dead bat.
Logo don't look so bad now. Do it, Carruthers.
Yeah, I guess. Honestly, I was kind of more shocked. Deadpool with prep time. Yeah, the work. I will say this. Speaking of. I did appreciate that is actually brought up in this this issue when Deadpool's talking about how, like, when they're basically talking about, like, what Batman is capable of, and one of the things he's like, I know this much: Batman has something stronger than adamantium, more powerful than a locomotive. Batman has plot armor, buddy. But what's even more hilarious is that immediately after saying that, this man gets Boromired.
Cracking up at this dog.
It
I
was
love
hilarious.
when people can make fun of themselves, because if you read Grant Morrison's Batman run, all they did was give Batman plot armor.
That's all they did. Also, I'm
no
not gonna
matter
hold
if it
you.
was Bruce or Dick, all they got was plot armor.
And I'm gonna say something very controversial and very brave, and some of you may agree, some may disagree. But you know how, like, not long after Batman R.I.P., that was kind of when we started going to the Batman New 52. The reason why I don't have as much nostalgia for the Batman Court of Owls story arc is because it reminded me way too fucking much of Batman R.I.P.
Oh, okay.
A secret, shady organization or society that lives in the shadows that no one's ever known about, that has existed since time immemorial, supposedly, but, like, has all the dirt on Batman and his family and are coming after him now after all this time.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna lie, I like the Court of Owls, but the whole time I was reading the Court of Owls when it first came out, I was like, I feel like we've been here before.
Got you. I
Like,
didn't even know that myself. Would you say that
yeah.
it was a would you say it was a better written RIP or no?
No, I will definitely say I will take Court of fucking Owls. I'll take the fucking Pepsi challenge with Court of Owls and Batman RIP, and I will always choose the Court of Owls every fucking time. I'll be like you could blindfold my black ass and hand me 2 trades, one of the Court of Owls and one of Batman RIP, and I would literally just hold them in my hand and just be like, nah, this is Court of Owls right here.
Oh wow.
This is Court of Owls right here. This is and I would be correct every fucking time. But that said, the return of Bruce Wayne, that was another.
I remember that.
Weird,
I remember that.
I
did
don't
read
like
that.
to remember. I don't like to remember the return of Bruce Wayne. I was like, because I was one of the people who's like, motherfucker should have stayed dead. Dead. But no, so what is going on here is that another character occurs in this, and I thought it was kind of cute how this happens. But we get a suspiciously interesting looking character. Carter, what did you think when you saw this motherfucker?
Exactly what I said earlier. Johnny Cake inserting himself in the crossover. Now we got Grant inserting themselves into Batman Deadpool. I thought that shit was funny.
Goddamn.
How many of y'all? Okay, boom. I see people saying it in the chat already because I know a lot of y'all don't know what Grant Morrison looks like. I guarantee you, a lot of y'all asses thought that was Xavier for a split second, didn't you? You damn dummy. You thought that was Xavier because you saw Cassandra Nova, so you thought it was Xavier, didn't it? You just was mad because he wasn't wearing a Cohen helmet, didn't you? See, and this boy saying Lex Luthor. Look at you, mess.
So here, I'm gonna help y'all out. I'm gonna help y'all out. Just right quick. Just in case no one knows what Grant Morrison looks like. But yeah, I mean, you could make an argument for it being either, but it's pretty it's pretty straight. It's pretty straightforward this is
Baron Corbin. Jesus Christ.
Man, you want to talk about a wrestler who has some of the coldest theme music, but was like one of the slawest wrestlers? I remember every time Baron Corbin used to come out, he used to be like, man, this dude got some. This dude is slaw as fuck, but man, his theme music is lit. Ain't that about a bitch? But no, there you go. But
yeah, he had his Grant Morrison has their TVA moment in Batman.
Basically. But no, I will say this. One thing I actually did really appreciate in the story, like, because once again, once you kind of get past a lot of this, because Cassandra Nova basically is trying to take control of the storyteller. The writer. Right. There's also some nice little, there's some slick little nods that are actually made in here about some of Grant Morrison's past work too.
Yes, there is.
Which I once again, kind of going back to what you said, very, very much indicative of someone who knows how to take the piss out of themselves.
Grant Morrison. DC who remains. He's the DC who remains. The DC. Good God.
God damn it. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? Wait. Are you telling me that Grant is on some Bendis bullshit?
Boy.
But no, but basically Grant goes on to basically have Cassandra take over their person, control how the stories are told, but it doesn't work because at the end of the day, the creation cannot control the creator. Yeah, that's more or less that's more or less the end result. And Cassandra gets clapped by the whole dead bat of it all or whatever. But the thing that I thought was actually the more interesting part of the story, and I kind of wish maybe would have been expounded on just a little bit more, is that we got to see a version of Sportsmaster that we don't get to see very to my belief. I don't think we that we get to see very often, not in this continuity at least. But there is a version of Sportsmaster Victor Gover, who whole brother that comes up, and I thought it was pretty cool. And basically the whole premise is that dude's wife got clapped. And
how many of y'all just dug deep in y'all brain to remember Sportsmaster? Some of y'all went the Batman Eternal route. Some of y'all went the Young Justice route, trying to remember who that is real quick.
It's like, wait a minute, who that?
Because this is what Grant Morrison does. He pulls from just shit you ain't never thought about.
Well, here's the thing. So, and that's kind of why Batman R.I.P. was so weird, because it was so reverential of like old canon, like Silver Age fucking Batman. I was like, what the fuck? Like, and that was at a time where I didn't really have a high appreciation of that sort of thing. I have more of an appreciation for it now. Like, so when people were like getting up in arms when Al Ewing was doing the same thing with Thor, I was like, oh yeah, I've been here before. This is fine. Like, don't get me wrong, I love old comics, but let's keep it a buck. Not all old comics are great. Not all old comics you have to read it under the lens of the time it was created, but no, you don't. But no, that said, Victor Gover was a version of Sportsmaster that you, to my understanding, was only ever in like 4 comics. Ever in the history of ever. They were all either Suicide Squad or like JSA Classified or some shit. He was not a major player.
Shout out to Gavin. He said that he's been drawing Sportsmaster in JSA.
In JSA, yeah. This is so basically now here's gonna be my question. Here's gonna be my question for Gavin. Are you giving me Lawrence Kroc? Are we getting Lawrence? Are we getting Larry Kroc?
Oh God.
Are we getting that? Are we getting the Kroc? Is the Kroc returning? Yes, sir. No, Sportsmaster's one of those weirdo fucking characters that honestly should not exist, but like is way colder than you would expect. Like, I remember not thinking very highly of Sportsmaster a day in my life. Well, like when I started watching Young Justice and Stargirl, I was like, God damn, this motherfucker is cold. That motherfucker literally threw up 3 baseballs and was like, boop, boop, boop. And like laid out 3 motherfuckers.
That boy said, "Classic white boy."
Classic
I have never heard that in my life. We got Nepo heroes and classic white boys. Is what we get.
Look, we getting that Baskin Robbins finest vanilla, that homemade country vanilla.
You only find it here on the Cheap Clapping is Happening episode of the Blerd Cave. Classic
Carter.
White boys and Nepo heroes.
Look. No, Gavin didn't say we getting the classic purple puffer jacket Sportsmaster. No, he didn't.
I'm mad because that's so nasty, but because he's drawing it, it's gonna look.
It's gonna look good.
Cool. Yeah, it's gonna look good, but it's so nasty.
So here's the thing. And you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm about to glaze Gavin up right quick. And here I'm gonna play that too while I. But no. Well, he's like he married with children. Why am I doing this? But no, what I'm saying is, Gavin has a style that like I feel like. It's clean. It's not busy. It kind of has that. It kind of scratches that classic, that classic kind of like Dave Cockrum style, but like modernized. Like it's got that Cockrum look, but it's you get where I'm going. You know where I'm coming from. God damn it, you know where I'm coming from. But no, But no, it's got that look, but it's modernized. It's clean.
Yeah.
It's modernized. I like that. Which I will also say. No, I'm not gonna say it because it's making it sound like I'm being petty. No, I'll tell Carter later after the show. I didn't want because someone's gonna come back and be like, "Oh no, Blerd shooting shots." No, y'all ain't about to get me. Y'all ain't about to try and play me like that. But no, that's the story, and then obviously ending with the cheek clap, the sad eternity. You're looking sad because he ain't, apparently he didn't lay the pipe as good as he thought he did. Anyway, Carter, I think you've already said it, but I'm gonna let you say it again.
Mm.
Who do you think came out with a better book? Marvel, DC, Deadpool versus Batman, or DC Marvel, Batman versus Deadpool? Who you got?
Bruh.
It's a tough call. It's a tough call.
I ain't gonna say that.
He's like, look. He's like, look, I didn't say none of that, okay?
So
I didn't say none of that.
what I'm trying to do now is this was actually what I was going to ask you, but I was going to keep it shorter. So I'm going to answer your question with a question.
Yes.
You're asking me who did the better book. I want to know who you think did the better Batman Deadpool story.
Ooh.
Was it Batman Deadpool or Deadpool
I think Grant
Batman?
Morrison. I think Grant Morrison turned in the better. I think Grant Morrison turned in the better core story. I think personally, just me. Not to say now, I will say not to say that Zeb Wells did a bad job on his portion. I actually think Zeb Wells did the impossible. He actually made the version of the story he told make sense. Like he actually tried to make it make sense. Grant just leaned into Grant. Grant's like, look, I've been doing this. This ain't shit. This is just another Tuesday or Wednesday for me, as the case may be. But no, but the thing is, I feel like Grant told the better story because they were able to tell a story that didn't really try to make a whole heap of a lot of sense out of anything, but just like, hey, let's just have fun with this. Like, and that's why I feel like this was the better story because it just allowed itself to have more fun than what I feel Zeb's did. But yeah, anyway, that said, I will also go on to say, I do think DC, I'll tell you what this is. I think DC had the better overall book. Like by having like a really strong core story, having a couple of really strong backup stories, and a couple of middling backup stories. I feel like Marvel had the better backup stories overall. Just in terms of like, just not saying that like all of them were better than the other, but just like there was more consistency in the backup stories of the Marvel book.
So let's do it like this then. Let's do it like this because I have it pulled up now with you asking me that question. So let's do what we started this show off with. You got Batman Deadpool. You got Batman Deadpool. You got Constantine Strange. You got Nightwing Wolverine, Hulk Harley, Static Kamala.
Right.
Versus Daredevil Green Arrow.
Captain
America Wonder Woman. Jeff and Crypto, that was a cute one. Rocket Raccoon and Green Lantern. Logo. And I don't even want to mention that one before Logo because it was just hot dog water. But
yes.
Man, looking at both right now, dog. That's kind of hard to do. Well, not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, under my framework, I think it's pretty easy because like I'm looking at like the overall quality and the quantity of it. You got like you literally got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 'cause even Rocket Raccoon and Green Lantern, which was only 2 pages. Still,
I
I think
liked
was better.
everything. Yeah, I liked everything from the Marvel one except Frank Miller's.
Yeah. Like, and it's like I said, even I, who doesn't really give a fuck about Amalgam, I was fine with Logo. I didn't hate it. I just was like, this ain't for me. I knew it wasn't for me going into it. So yeah, when I look at it overall, I feel like while I think, like I said, it's actually, it kind of makes me rethink, because technically I liked more of what was in the Marvel one than I did the
Marvel
DC one.
one.
If we're
Yes,
really,
sir.
so
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? I'm actually going to retract my statement. I
Yes,
think
sir.
that
Thank
DC had the better core story. I
Yes.
think that Marvel had the better
Marvel.
backup stories.
Yep.
And that pains me to say.
Yep.
Now, if you want to ask me what was my favorite like backup story overall, it came out of DC.
It came out of DC.
It came out of DC.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. What do all of the stories I liked have in common? I'm going to tell you what they have in common.
What's
Captain America, Wonder Woman, Chip Zdarsky, and Terry Dodson, Rachel Dodson. You got a very strong creative team. Jeff and Crypto, Kelly Thompson, and Guru Hiru. People, case in point, and I want to point this out, people who are already either currently writing the characters or have written the characters. You're going to notice a theme here. Daredevil and Green Arrow, Kevin Smith has handled both of these characters. You get to Rocket Raccoon and Green Lantern. Al Ewing has handled both of these characters. It is not to say that the DC side did not do something similar. They kind of slick did. But that Nightwing Larkenny Wolverine,
Yeah, dude, that
is
is
hard
the
body carrying.
story. That is the story in that book. I think with the Marvel side of things, you got more bang for your buck. When it comes to DC, this is just me. This is how Carter feels about it. You only really got the main story in Nightwing Wolverine. Honestly.
Yeah. Look, you know how we used to always joke about motherfuckers' backs hurting?
Yeah.
Tom Taylor back hurting like a motherfucker right now.
Yeah.
Tom Taylor's back, like, and I'm not saying for the whole book, but just for the backup stories. I feel like Tom Taylor is kind of like, you kind of had to slick put his story kind of in the middle of the book, like in terms of like the number of stories, because his story, I think it actually did better than a lot of the other ones.
Ooh, it kind of says a lot about, dog, looking at them side by side. You have, the one thing about Marvels is you have one person writing all of these, and they can hold their own. Bro, you got 3 people on one story, and it couldn't hold a candle to what Tom Taylor did by himself, what Kevin Smith did by himself, what Chip did by himself, what Ryan North did, because you're going to respect fucking Logo, by himself.
Well, and you know what? Look,
how did Marvel have the better stupid ass story in Logo, just like you got with Harley Quinn and Hulk?
Right. Like, it's just, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be shitty, but it's a fact. It's a fact. Do with that shit what you want. Tom Taylor showed up and showed out the way you're supposed to when you do these types of stories. And I feel like if you go look at the Marvel side, Chip showed up, Kelly showed up, Kevin showed up, Al showed up, even Ryan, even though, like, and I think I even said this when I originally talked about this, I didn't get 2 shits about Logo, but Ryan North did actually find a way to kind of make me not care, but I wasn't annoyed that I had to read it.
Yeah, dude, I think and I hate to say this because this was a question that you and I asked when these were announced. It's sad to say because, again, we know this person can write. I have one of theirs on my shelf. Even that being said, Grant beat Zeb.
Yes.
But Marvel beat everything else.
It's like, look, Grant very easily walked away with the better core story. Like, it's not even close. Grant, and here's the thing, it shouldn't even be surprising because Grant is a fucking mastermind of a storyteller. Like, and there's a reason why I always say, like, you say what the fuck you will about some of the wild fuckery that motherfucker can come up with. But there's a reason why Doom Patrol, the TV show, ate so heavily off of Grant Morrison's work. Almost every single great thing, short of the actors portraying the characters, short of the and short of the adaptations, the actual crafting and creativity that went into the people trying to figure out a way to make some sense out of Grant Morrison's work to put it on the small screen. That show does not exist without Grant Morrison.
Okay.
Doom Patrol as a TV show does not exist.
I want to say this because I want us to move on because we still have a whole nother thing to talk about.
We still got one more to do. Yeah.
Tom Taylor was literally Leonidas in 300. He whooped ass for as long as he could, but he looked up and he saw all the Marvel arrows coming at his ass. He did what he could, dog.
He did what
he could, bro. He did what he could, bro.
Like, honestly, next time, have Tom Taylor do the core story. If you like, have Tom Taylor, and that's just my nice way of saying, have the core story be Nightwing and Wolverine. Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
Please and thank you. Please and thank you. It says, look, you know what I think is funny? This statement is fucking hilarious to me. Hey, in honor of Carter, I picked up Once and Future from Boom. Who do y'all think put Carter on Once and Future?
Don't feel so good, do it.
Who do y'all think?
So good, do it.
Who do y'all think was talking about Once and Future ad nauseum?
We got big up Ernie's ass when it really be some shit Carter said. Don't feel so good, does it, Carruthers?
That would be the same if someone comes in like, man, dude, Carter, man, I loved your recommendation of Something's Killing the Children. Man, that book is so lit. And me, I'm just gonna be sitting.
Ernie would flip a goddamn table, boy.
Look,
boy,
got me
Ernie
like,
would go off. Y'all would give me touchdown down here, bro.
Oh my god! It's like, dude, it's not like I have been talking about Once and Future for the past 3 some odd years. Yeah, just like, man, dude, Once and Future. Half the time the shit was showing up on the Blerd Awards is because of me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just saying. But no, anyway, I'm glad that you look. I don't care how you found your way to it. I'm glad you found your way to it. I'm being funny when I say it. I'm not trying to be mean. But no, that said, get away from that. We have one more thing, and this is going to be kind of simple as well. First off, what I do want to do is I do want to point out to we got a couple of super chats that I want to hit before we dive into it. We can hit these real fast because it won't take long. We've got, for one, I want to hit up, we got Xtriv hitting us with the 1999 super chat over on the Streamlabs side. Says 200 people in here and less than 150 likes, huh? Get them doggone likes up. Y'all know what you got to do. I don't know. Don't make me have to tell you how to do it, but I need y'all to do it. We also, man, we got another one here too. We got, by the way, if you actually ever want to hook us up like Xtriv did, you can actually use, there's a link that's pinned to the top of the chat. If you do use that link, it actually gives us the full amount of the money as opposed to splitting it with YouTube. Either way, we appreciate the support. Doesn't matter how you do it. But we got another one here from Coburg. 790 says, government shutdown is over. I have said they need to make a crossover universe where writers can use characters from both publications. Only money to gain. Paying bills for my entertainment. Also hitting us with that 1999 super chat. And then we also, which I appreciate you, by the way, for doing that. We got Highlight 915 with the 34 months of the Blerd Club Gold Mine. And basically coming in to say, happy Saturday to the cave. Just wondering what your thoughts were on the Nova Jed MacKay book. I liked it. You know what? That was, did you read that? Did you check that one out, Carter?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I can sum up what I feel about it real fast. I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. It was fantastic. It did everything it needed to do. However, and I said this online, I said this on Thread, so it's not going to surprise anybody. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I actually think it's a great idea. But bruh, I think it was like the 7th or 8th page, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Where where Richard Dick Ryder got his helmet out, passing the hat around because he need money. This is the new Hero for Hire. Jed McKay really wanted to write a Heroes for Hire book, but they said, hey, you can't do Luke Cage, Iron Fist, we doing something else right now. He's like, fine. He said, well, can I have Nova? And they're like, yeah, you can have Nova. Cool, bet. Anyway, Nova, Hero for Hire, let's go. That's basically what this book is, because the world mind is on hard times right now. And they need money to fuel the operation. It's fantastic. Also, what I love about this too is at the very next page, after he's holding that hat out, right there, Lord have mercy. Everybody
the door of
just
the
looking
church
at
is open, ladies and gentlemen. The door of the church is open. That was the first thing popped in my head.
Yes.
No, he didn't put out the collection plate in a Nova helmet. The door of the church is open.
But no,
I cracked up.
it's fucking hilarious. I do recommend, if you're a fan of Nova, you'll love this
Yeah.
book. If you're not a fan of Nova, you'll probably love this book.
Yeah, this and Planet Hulk, I really, or Planet She-Hulk, excuse
She-Hulk,
me. I
yeah.
really enjoyed both of those. Really
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, and you know what? I was worried about Planet She-Hulk just because I was like, man, I really ain't trying to get involved in the Imperial of all this bullshit. But you know what? It actually has been a pretty solid read. I've enjoyed it more than I've enjoyed the main thing, if that tells you anything. But no, when we want to talk about things that are coming to an end, we will be talking about One World Under Doom. One World Under Doom, which, you know, initially I thought maybe that might not be the worst idea that One World Under Doom ran for 9 fucking issues. I think maybe they could have cut some of those issues, just being real about it. But what is happening here, and this is something that kind of cropped up in the previous issue, is that your girl, Valeria Richards, she caught it. She caught it hard in the...
That shit was brutal.
Oh, man, dude, she got tore off.
Man.
She got tore off. And it was all Dr. Yeah.
I was going to say, this is one of those instances where I didn't like how good the art was, because goddamn.
Yeah. Oh my God,
man.
dude, she done got, like, I'm talking about, she got impaled, she got a leg cut off, she got shit going all up in her neck. I was like, God damn, I was like, why y'all do Valeria like this, baby? What is going on? What happened? What'd she do to y'all? But no, basically, this issue is, it's gonna be Dr. Doom going on what is effectively a Thanos quest to save Valeria's life. That's basically what this whole issue is. You're like, if you picked up this issue thinking, oh, we're going to see all the Avengers throw hands with Dr. Doom. We're going to see Mr. Fantastic and the rest of the Fantastic Four throw hands with Dr. Doom for completely sending, you know, their baby to the gulag. No, you are not going to see that. That is not what's happening. What's happening is Dr. Doom is literally trying to move heaven and earth. Heaven and earth and everything that's in between that to save his goddaughter. And even over the course of that, sprinkling in some moments, you know, some very like sweet moments between between Dr. Doom and Valeria, kind of showcasing to you, if you were not already familiar, why Dr. Doom gives so much of a shit about Valeria. And it was good. It was really good stuff. It like, honestly, I didn't expect it to end this way, like to end with this type of a story. I didn't really expect even the Valeria shit to happen, to be brutally honest with you. But there were you know, slick death flags in there. I guess if you knew where to look. But yeah, it was good stuff. It was good stuff. Seeing this dude go to, like, what was it? Was it like the Living Tribunal and fucking go into the fucking was it the Vishanti and shit and all this other stuff? I was like, bruh, this man knows no level that he will not strive towards to save the child that he gives a shit about. I was here for it. 100%. Let me ask you this, Carter.
Yes.
What did you think about how this story came to a close?
It always makes me laugh when writers go back to other stories that they don't think people will really be thinking about like that, but it's something that you and I have talked about a few times, because he meets this omnipotent being who thinks that they know all that Doom is about. They look inside, they reach inside of him, and they see something more. I'm not talking about One World Under Doom. I'm talking about Doom War. I've seen this several years ago. I've read this story already.
It's kind of funny. You know what? Yeah, actually, I was talking about Batman R.I.P. and Batman: The Court of Owls, and yes, Black Panther, the Black Panther Doctor Doom crossover arc, Doom War, and this One World Under Doom share a lot in common. They share a lot of. You know what it is? I actually can tell you what happened. I guarantee you, this was a situation where very similar, I think, to maybe what happened with Scott Snyder in Court of Owls. Probably read that book, really liked it, and just some of it was just like, hey, I want to kind of do my own version of it. That shit happens a lot, and I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case, where like Ryan North's like, you know what, I really like Doom War, and I kind of want to do something, vaguely similar. On
that
some
was
level.
one thing. Now, another thing, when we moved past that part, it's like, okay, I saw that or I read that in Doom War, so we're going to that well again. Okay, that's fine. And then we get to the true ending of the story, and I like that you brought up Thanos' quest, because we get another Thanos thing that popped into my head with the last will and testament of Thanos. We get the last will and testament of Dr. Doom. So that was another thing. I was just like, oh, okay.
It actually, I was like, you know what? I feel like somebody read Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was like, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but at the same time, I'm kind of just like, okay.
So let me ask you this, because I saw this going around, and I wanted to get your opinion on it. This is what I was talking about when you asked me about it yesterday when we were playing, when we were gaming, and I said, no, I'm gonna wait for the Boyer Cave.
Oh,
I saw a lot of people saying that now that this story is concluded, Ryan North had his little saga, and I saw that there were several people that were saying, I'm sorry, Ryan, we've already seen everything you're doing right now, and Jonathan Hickman did it better in Secret Wars. That's what I've seen a lot of people saying.
Damn, that's hard.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to get your opinion on that, because I was like, well, shit, dude, I'm just saying the last will and testament of Thanos and Doom War, but I didn't realize that people were saying that no, everything that Ryan North is doing in this, Hickman did in Secret Wars. So I didn't see that.
I mean,
so I wanted to ask you that.
It's going to be difficult to do any Doctor Doom story arc where Doctor Doom takes over the entire world or even the universe or the multiverse without anyone going back to the well of Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars. And I would actually like to throw you one better. Anyone who says that, oh, we've already seen the story, Jonathan Hickman did it in 2015. Yeah, well, guess what? Jim Shooter also did it in 1984.
Who did Secret Wars 2? Because wasn't there a Secret Wars 2?
Yeah,
so
that was also
was
Jim
not
Shooter.
The first one to do Secret Wars.
Well, no. First of all, it was Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, and then they did Secret Wars 2, and then you flash forward from like the 1980s to 2015, and even all the Battle World shit, that was Jim Shooter. Like all the shit where they were like, oh, here's this huge world where everything's like different, everything. that was Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars from 1984. So, like, honestly, I feel like those people, like, saying what they're saying, that, oh, Hickman already gave us a story. And also, within that story, while Doctor Doom was not the main antagonist, he ultimately became the main antagonist by the time you got a little bit more than midway through the story, where he had taken over Battleworld and was basically lording over. And also, that whole God Doom thing.
Yeah.
We already saw that in 1984. The night. So yeah, I
That's
don't
why
like
asking you shit. Like this is why I like asking you shit. I love waiting until we're live. That way, it's not you just telling me. You're telling other people that may be seeing that, and then they kind of get the inception in their mind, and then you could be like, nope, let me pull that out and let me put you on this.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to wait until today to ask you that.
Matter of fact, here, I'll pull you this one right here. This was Doctor Doom by the time you got to the damn near the end of Marvel Marvel Superhero Secret Wars. Does that cover look vaguely familiar to you?
Yes, it does, but I'm trying to remember the last time we actually. So my mind went to X-Men Red because there's a scene with Doom and Storm eating dinner, and he's talking about how good the food is because this made me take off my mouth guard. I will never take off my mouth guard. Yeah, this whole face in this cover right now.
Well, I mean, it's like, how many times have we seen this cover where Doctor Doom is just lording over everybody else?
Yes.
And having defeated all the heroes and whatnot and what have you. Like, dude, we, like, even down to this, where Doctor Doom went solo fucking dolo against the Beyonder and walked away with the Beyonder's entire power set, basically.
Yeah.
Like the whole Doctor Doom becoming all powerful. Okay, if we want to sit here and use the narrative that Ryan North was just copying off of Jonathan Hickman's homework, well then Jonathan Hickman copied off Jim Shooter's homework, and which is that's kind of the thing. Like that whole debate. I don't like if that's what people want to hang their hat on. I don't like it, but because I'll be honest with you, a lot of everyone's favorite stories don't come from any original place. They're usually always like a callback.
That Blerd Cave YouTube comment threads, because I can't wait to see them. Take that.
I'm just saying. Even Immortal Hulk. You can even say the same thing about Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk is not an entirely original storyline. The idea of Devil Hulk is not even new. Devil Hulk was there before Al Ewing. So there you go.
Al Ewing is somewhere like, what do you say fuck me for?
I was like, could you imagine? Like, I can just imagine somewhere across the pond, Al Ewing is sitting at like a pub right now, and all of a sudden just goes, Why am I getting hit? Why am I getting hit? But no, Doctor who was smashing the Wasp in Secret Wars, Doctor Doom or Magneto? I mean, honestly, the answer to that could be
what's wrong with you?
Both. Yeah, Wasp was around both characters pretty steadily. But no, she was actually like legit. She was actually legit hanging out with Magneto at one point, though the circumstances surrounding it were kind of.
Let's move on.
Yeah, anyway. But no, to get back to it though, yes. What do I think about the ending of all this? What do I think about One World Under Doom and how they did it stick the landing? I think it stuck the landing. I actually really liked I like that Ryan North didn't immediately go to superhero bombast in order to end the story, because that would have been real easy to say, oh yeah, we're gonna end it with one big super huge ass fight. It doesn't end on a super huge fight. It ends with Doctor Doom basically sacrificing his entire existence, his entire soul, his eternal being, in order to save Valeria Richards, and then get talked crazy to by Reed Richards.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was a Doom bot that he just had at the house.
Oh,
I mean, just a Doom bot, sir.
Well, I mean, the truth be told, truth be told, I think that was one of those rare instances where Doctor Doom was like, nah, I'm gonna come speak to you on the straight up. And I actually, the thing is, I did actually, and this is what I will say, there's one flag on the play. There's laundry on the field, and the reason why I take umbrage with Ryan North for the story, and yes, y'all can go run tell that I criticized Ryan North for this, and I'm criticizing him for this and this alone. Fuck all the other shit people are complaining about. This is what I'm here to complain about.
Let me hear it.
I really fucking hate that Ryan North made me agree with fucking Mr. Fantastic. Hate it.
Boy, I thought we was finna get some. I thought we were finna get something so serious. I thought we were finna get another Jackson Kelly or just a Jackson and Landry thing. No, this fool don't like that he had to agree with Reed.
I had to agree with Reed fucking Richards. Ugh, disgusting. Disgusting.
I can't stand him, bro. I can't stand him, bro.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Bro, I can't stand him.
I hate it.
Oh my goodness.
I hate it. I can't stand it. Look, and here's the thing. Here, I'll pull this up just so we can talk about it. Like this part right here. Reed said nothing wrong in this statement. And I hate him for it. I absolutely fucking hate Reed Richards for it. He says, but instead of helping people, because based on how like you had the power to save the world, to save people, to do the right thing, but instead of helping people, you helped yourself. You made fascism appealing, even attractive. You sold it to good people as a reasonable option, and it destroyed all it touched, including you. You sacrificed your own citizens to prop up a hollow promise of peace and prosperity, and when you were revealed, you demanded still more sacrifice, more suffering, just to keep yourself in power, and you have left our world a far worse place than what you found it. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. He said nothing wrong. Literally everything. He said it
Doom
correctly.
Heard all of that and responded with, "Read my will to everybody, though."
Yeah, right. He did.
Oh, fuck, bro.
He's like, look,
come on, bro.
like literally, that motherfucker was like, yeah. Anyway, man, here, hold this helmet for me.
Dog, that's like just.
Like, anyway. And I love how because once again, Doom, forever the consummate, like, hero in his own mind.
In his own mind. Thank you.
Hero in his own mind. He's like, yeah, no, I was liberating the world. He's like, no, you were dominating the world. He's like, no, I was liberating it. But here's the thing. The reason why I agree so heavily with what Reed was saying is because, for those who don't know, One World Under Doom, well, yes, it shares a lot of DNA with other stories we've already read. It is very much a treatise on the world we live in today.
Yeah.
Like,
I love that you're the only person I have seen who touches on that. I haven't seen anyone else. You can put me on game to other YouTube creators that have, but I have not seen anybody touch on that point.
I have not heard anybody else talk about it.
At the people getting interviewed after everything happened.
Oh, no.
Like, how do you not know that this is just the here and now?
Like right here it says, these heroes rob the world of Doom. That's all. Couldn't stand he was actually getting things done. They rejected the gift of Doom, but they had no right to do that for us. They had no right. They could attack the man, but his ideas are out there, and they're not going anywhere. I've literally heard Trump supporters say that. Like literally bar for bar, word for word. The only thing you change is instead of Doom, you say Trump. I've literally heard Trump supporters say this. It's crazy. Also, the United Latveria. The hero saved us from that preening fool. We're free again, and we never needed Doom to tell us what to do. And I'll say this much. If any Latveria is stupid enough to cross my path, I've literally heard leftists say this. I've literally heard leftists say this in regards to when Trump lost to Biden.
That this is totally he used Doom and the Fantastic Four and everybody else to just tell a social comments. Like, how y'all not see that?
He even had them debate on live television where they were trying to like out each other and like do gotchas on each other. I was like, dude, I watch way too much political YouTube videos and social media shit to not see this. It's right there. Like, this is like one of the wokest books I've ever read. And I've read a lot of woke books, but like, and I love it. I'm not saying it's bad, but like, yeah, at the end of the day, if you walk away from any of this story and don't at least think for 5 seconds,
it's woke.
I can't help you. I cannot help you. Anyway, yeah, right here, this guy right here. First off, this goofy ass goof. Sorry, I don't really follow politics. That's the type of shit people say when they got fucked up politics and they know that you will flame them once they reveal what their politics are. That just want to put that out there.
Or they don't follow politics because they're not educated enough
to follow
to know what is it makes their head hurt, motion sickness, just like when we were talking about Gary Duggan, how he felt when he saw some good Lord Kenny writing people who don't follow politics because it's too much for him. It's too much for him. Even though it's relatively simple and easy, but yeah, some people who don't follow it, y'all just ain't bright enough to follow it. Just say that. But I'm getting away from the point.
Yeah. I'll say
totally what the story was.
Yeah.
So I don't see where you could. I don't see how you can bring up Secret Wars in this.
Well, and even this right here, even this like this part right here, the heroes didn't beat him. Doom gave up. Come on, man, stop. Also, you can entertain the idea that maybe that maybe Doom is the Vladimir Putin in this, but I'm gonna tell you why I say that it's Trump. And the reason why I think the sooner we all accept this, the better off we'll all be. People, I mean, I can't vouch for what people say about Vladimir Putin in his own country, but I can vouch for the very real things that I see spoken in this comic.
Yeah,
that are things I've heard Trump say. Now, I want to make something clear here.
Please.
I am terminally dialed into politics. I follow a lot of shit. I hear a lot, like, even though I don't like Donald Trump, I hear a lot of the shit that he says. Doom has said some very Trumpian things and used some very Trumpian excuses. And the way people talk about him are the same way Trump supporters talk about Trump. So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, you know what? I'll treat it like this. You know how in Superman 2025 we saw Baravia and Jarnpur, the conflict between the two, and people like when I said that, oh, this is basically Israel and Gaza, the Israel-Gaza, the genocide that's going on in Gaza right now. I'd like even to the point where they literally use the way the tanks rolled over the fences to like go into Gaza the first time around before October 7th ever came around. People try to say, "Oh, no. Was it Gurkage, the guy that was over that was over Baravia?" They said, "Oh, he's not supposed to be Bibi Netanyahu. He's supposed to be Vladimir Putin." Well, guess what? You can actually make a case for him being both. But at the end of the day, two things can be true at once.
Yeah. I want to touch on one thing because I absolutely disagree with that. Even if we move away from the politics side of things, it was kind of out of character for Doom.
No,
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
What? No,
Stop.
it wasn't. And shout out to Gavin saying, between Ryan and Chip, these Canadians at Marvel are putting in work on us.
Man, like you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of every time I go into like if I go like to the Majority Report YouTube channel or like the Vanguard or like or the Surf Times or whatever, and there's always a comment in there that says, "Hey, I don't live in America, but." Or they'll say where they're from that's not America.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, y'all good? Y'all okay over there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that one. Even if you take that part out, dog, that is Doom. That is one thing you can say about Ryan North. He got Doom. He knows Doom.
Oh, 100%. I'm not even look, say what the fuck you want about like how we've seen this before, we've seen that, blah 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 blah. This was this and that was that, yada yada yada. At the end of the day, no one's gonna sit here and tell me that Ryan North did not turn in what is effectively a fucking political thriller of a Marvel storyline that didn't center Captain America. Yeah, which is I thought was impressive to say the least. Actually centered Dr. Doom in the Fantastic Four more than it did anybody else, and did a good job with it. I thought One World Under Doom was fantastic, except for the parts that weren't, which were all kind of objectively in the middle. I feel like the middle kind of lost
know,
the plot a little bit.
We talking about Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. I think it says a lot about your writing and how well done it is. If it could bring an unabashed hater of all things Richard, like the Blerd Without Fear, onto the side of Reed Richards.
That's what I'm saying, man. Don't stop making me side. And here's the thing: the reason why I'm mad about it is not because Ryan North did it in the 9th issue. He did it in the 6th issue as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, I thought you were gonna say it's because he did it. Period. He just
well, no. So, in the 6th, so for those who don't know, if you weren't keeping up for whatever reason, the 6th issue is where it's revealed how Doom became like because everybody's like, oh, wait a minute, so Doom is Sorcerer Supreme. How the fuck is he so powerful? How is he so much more powerful than Doctor Strange? Like, was Doctor Strange just holding out? Was Doctor Strange just fucking off with the office of Sorcerer Supreme? Is that why Doctor Doom is so much more powerful? No, had nothing to do with that. It was because Doctor Doom was literally using men, women, and children, basically fueling his power with their life force energy. That was the only reason why Doom was able to do all the shit that he was doing. And Reed Richards pointed it out and made me have to go, fuck, he's right. God damn. Like, I was like, ugh. I hate it. Okay. Like, literally, like, the very last thing we see of Reed at the end of the, at least as far as his part of it, this was me. I was like, when I saw that shit, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I gotta agree with this sumbitch now. But, that said, we're past all that. We're past all that. Dr. Doom is gone.
Yeah.
He's gone to glory. He
wins
no more.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was about to say, so that's what we have next. We have the Will of Doom #1 coming up next, which technically that will be the definitive end of One World Under Doom. But you know how Marvel and really DC does this too. They love a good Omega issue, a good like, oh hey, remember what was it? Secret Empire did the same shit. He's doing
it for no reason too, Gavin. Ernie is over here stomping his dirty shoes on Reed's couch, but he's doing it for no reason because Ryan North has been writing Fantastic Four for a while now. So Reed Richards has been in a good stance, I think, for a lot of people. And then you go to the Ultimate side of things, and Dennis Camp has been writing Reed Richards just as well. So he's stomping on the man's couch for no goddamn reason.
I still don't forgive him for disappearing everybody's loved ones and babies and shit. In the Ryan North run, Ryan North still kept Reed Richards on Demon Time in that book because that was the thing. If you read Ryan North's Fantastic Four, the reason why the Fantastic Four are not together at the beginning of the series is because Reed basically. Now, granted, he did it for a good reason, but he did the thing that Reed Richards always does is that he just makes unilateral decisions without really like checking in. And basically what he does is he disappears the Baxter building into like a future point in time, but they don't know when it's going to come back. So basically Valeria and Franklin, all the other babies, Alicia and Ben's adopted kids, and a bunch, anyone who was standing around the Baxter building at the time that it happened, gone. That meant mothers were separated from babies. And in some cases, the babies went with the building. That meant loved ones were separated from their caregivers separated from their loved ones, so on and so forth. All kinds of crazy shit happened.
He gonna find a way. He don't care how he got to chip away at it. He gonna find a way.
You goddamn right I am.
We got 2 questions. Ooh, what is this?
No, I wanted to touch on this part right here because this is the thing that happens next. This is the thing you might miss.
About this. How do you feel about this?
Well, I've had a long time to kind of think about it because, for one, they spoiled it like weeks ago in the solicits. But yeah, Wanda Maximoff is going to be. It's like honestly, it was the least surprising thing they could have done. But no, basically,
you know what that shit tells me? No one cared who the Sorcerer Supreme was going to be. So you had to drum up sales quick. Because you knew nobody got that book.
Here's the thing, though. All they're doing is making good on the original promise that they made when they were initially grooming Scarlet Witch to be the Sorcerer Supreme before Dr. Voodoo became Sorcerer Supreme. Because I don't know if a lot of people remember this. If you were reading like New Avengers and shit back around that time frame, that time frame when they were trying to figure out who was going to be the next Sorcerer Supreme, there were multiple people who it could have been. One of the people who was actually hanging around a bit more than anyone else, there were two characters. There was Wiccan and there was Scarlet Witch. And it was also around a time where Doctor Strange was teaching Wanda how to better control her magic and shit. And kind of almost as if he was thinking like, ooh, she might be the next Sorcerer Supreme. And Doctor Doom, oddly enough, was the guy who came barking up that tree when all that shit was going on. So now they're making Wanda the Sorcerer Supreme. But once again, this is something that I think they wanted to do back then, but just felt like, Wanda did just kind of fuck off everybody just recently, so maybe not. And they gave it to Dr. Voodoo instead. But now she has the articles of the office of the Sorcerer Supreme. She has the Eye of Agamotto. She has the Cloak of Levitation. And she already knows how to wield the same magic that Doctor Strange does. So, I mean, and also same as Doctor Doom. One could make an argument that she's a better sorcerer than either one of them in a lot of regards. But
what is Clea going to say about you saying that disrespectful comment there, Carruthers?
I mean, Clea be all right. I'm more worried about how petty Agatha ass is gonna be about it. But no, I love the fact that they still used the last door. I love the last door is still getting some usage here. That the articles of the Office of Sorcerer Supreme said, "Hey, we need the Scarlet Witch's help." Because I don't know, were you reading Steve Orlando's Scarlet Witch?
No.
Okay, so you know how we had the green door? Well, we got the last door. The last door is basically a doorway that Wanda Maximoff set up so that people who were in desperate and dire need of help can come reach out to her for assistance. Like basically the last door appears to basically anyone who is in dire need. And basically gives them an opportunity to come to the Scarlet Witch, and she can try and help them if she can. And I love the fact that the fucking Cloak of Levitation, the Eye of Agamotto, were like, look,
that goddamn cloak. That cloak is now in Aladdin's carpet territory now,
right?
For real.
It really and the thing is, it kind of always had that little bit of like that level of sentience, but I feel like the MCU just gave everybody like permission to go full on ham with it. But no, I'm here for it. I like it. I get jiggy with this. I love the fact that the book is going to be titled Sorcerer Supreme and not Wanda Maximoff Sorcerer Supreme, because I'm going to tell you what, you know how much Marvel loves a good swerve. Yeah. You know how much they love a good swerve. Remember All New Venom? Y'all remember that shit, right? Remember how they were like, oh, it can only be one of four people. Oh, Pocket saying, psych, it's Mary Jane. It was going to be Mary Jane the whole time. We didn't advertise it because we knew it would be obvious.
So I said, what if it's a swerve? Ernie said, if it's a swerve, I will go the fuck off. I'm not reading that shit. And true to form, he ain't been reading that shit. But you fast forward to today, and that book is still going while the better book is gone in the shadow realm. And Norman Osborn is hiding his waves in a Spider-Man mask. The Spidey universe is just nuts right now.
I don't like it. They need to do something different. That said, let's get into. We got some questions and we got some super. I think we got a couple of we got a couple of super chats actually. Ooh, wait, let me go back and get this one too because there was another one that I almost missed. I think I might have to go a different route to get it, but we'll get it. Don't y'all worry. Don't you worry your pretty little heads. We will get it. I got John Battle here.
54 minutes.
Whoa! 54 in the gold. God damn, you in the gold? The Blerd Club gold mine? God damn. Says, great Saturday, fellas. And,
I I don't know what
Fella.
CDs means, but I think he's giving you respect on something is killing the children because he is picking up the trade.
Yes.
He's 6 volumes in, and he's grabbing 1 in 12. Thanks for the recommendation.
Oh,
and happy
yeah.
Turkey Day. What is PF?
Oh, let me see here. Making the trade. I'm 6 volumes in. And PF. I think PS. I think maybe it might have meant to say PS. I grabbed the Well, that's what I think. That's what I'm
Gotcha.
going with. And yeah, actually, now I think about it. There will be. We will hit Thanksgiving before we get to our next cave. So yeah, dude, thank you for the happy turkey, happy early Turkey Day. Same for everybody else as well, because it's fast. Dude, it's fast approaching. Jesus Christ. And also, we've got a couple of super chats we're gonna hit, and then we're gonna get into questions. I think I got 1 or 2 pinned already. Let's go into them. We got one here. This is from Bill. Says, question: did you know there's a short-lived Marvel black heroine named Rapunzel who first debuted in X-Men: The Lost Generation issue 10? She's the secondary hero, the second hairy hero following Medusa. By the way, X-Men United. Yes, I heard about X-Men United. I don't have a whole heap of lot to say about it outside of the fact that I'm happy Evil Ewing is getting something after all of the after all the expatriate X-Men stuff that's going with the Age of Revelation stuff. And then yes, Rapunzel I'm familiar with, not terribly super familiar with, but I am familiar with the character. It's one of those kind of like random lesser known characters that like kind of true to form, like we use, like, and I've gotten to this point where that's like, once again, that's my superpower. My superpower is being able to see the potential in characters, as well as being able to kind of have a pretty good understanding of whether or not these are characters you'll ever see again. And Rapunzel is one of those characters. I remember even when she first hit the scene, I was like, yeah, she ain't sticking around.
I'm sorry that Ernie has unfortunately ruined characters with hair powers because he spoiled Gen V for me before I saw it. So seeing that there's a black heroine named Rapunzel, all I'm thinking is, I wonder if one of the first gimmicks for her name was Bushmaster. That's the only thing I'm thinking about right now.
Bruh. I mean, the thing is, she was actually a pretty cool looking character, I thought.
Okay.
But I will say I didn't like how she was drawn. Sometimes she was drawn. I ain't gonna lie. There were a couple of times she kind of looked like a Sambo. Or no, not a Sambo. She looked like a Fat Albert character sometimes. I don't know if have you ever seen what she looks like?
No.
That's Rapunzel.
You also got a 1999 super chat here from Dearless Mo. If you want to go ahead and get that jingle out, he said he can't stay long, but he's stopping by to support and remind the community to hit the like and share buttons, please and thanks. But before you get that song out, he actually gave us max damage with 99.99, saying in summary, Mr. Fantastic, whose real name is Reed Richards, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
You goddamn that, and that's why I always felt like I actually have a picture of a broken clock, and whenever I see people like talking, like trying to give someone cookies for saying something half-ass decent when normally this person is like absolutely positively terrible, I never say anything. I just put the picture of the clock, of the broken clock, and move on with my day. Yes, thank you for hitting us with that max damage. It is a thing of beauty. And also, thank you for that 1999 super chat. Wait, what happened?
Battle was saying that PF was fucking power fantasy. How did we not think about power fantasy?
I wasn't even thinking. Okay, you know what? I apologize. Thank you. So wait. So just to go back.
Yeah, he got the
now
one
that I know it was power fantasy.
Power fantasy. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Because I'm gonna tell you right now. Here, let me move some of this over because I got a stack of shit over here that I'm trying to like keep organized for like a later date. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't normally like to encourage trade waiting, but as a person who has bought single issues of this book as well as buying these trades are mandatory. They're mandatory. Because I think because I've gone back and reread it, like just like being able to read it in a trade and be able to get like the full arc in one sitting. Like, I mean, you would probably be able to say everything reads better. We could just read all in one sitting. But I think having read it week to week and then read it like this, I can 100% tell you, yes, it's like it's one of those. I still say get it week to week. Yeah. But if you can read it in one sitting, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Right. And we also got another one here. We got another one here from Highlight. Highlight 915 says, excuse my ignorance, but how will Wanda as Sorcerer Supreme be different than her having the Darkhold in terms of like scaling, not good / evil? So here's the thing. So the office of Sorcerer Supreme does not necessarily make one more powerful. I mean, yes, it gives you access to shit that you normally probably would not have had. That's what actually happened with Dr. Voodoo when he became Sorcerer Supreme. He gained access, like before, you used to primarily just see Dr. Voodoo deal in like roots and like Voodoo specifically, because he was, long before he was ever Sorcerer Supreme, he was the Ungen Supreme, the witch doctor, voodoo priest supreme, basically. But when he got the office of Sorcerer Supreme, you started seeing him use way more different spells and shit. Now, in the case of Wanda, she already kind of knows a lot of this stuff. However, what's going to happen is, if she becomes Sorcerer Supreme, take what she's doing with the last door, throw that shit out the window. Because now she has a whole new set of problems. She now is going to have to maintain the barriers that protect the world from all the other shit that like was coming at the Earth when Doctor Strange died. And like all of a sudden all these like cosmic horrors and entities and like people started like acting up and wilding out. Wanda would have to deal with that. So it's really less, for Wanda, it's less about power and more about responsibility. Because it kind of similar to some other characters that have been, Sorcerer Supreme, I guess, even if it was only for the briefest of moments. Clea was already a powerful sorceress, but the thing is, she was also already a Sorcerer Supreme. She was a Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension before.
I do remember them saying that in Jason Aaron's run. Okay,
yeah, kind of similar. Magic, Ilyana, she too is a Sorcerer Supreme, just not for Earth. She was the Sorcerer Supreme. I don't know if she's still Sorcerer Supreme of Limbo. Because I know when she gave up rulership of Limbo to Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
I wonder if I don't remember if she actually gave up the office of like Sorcerer Supreme of that as well. I'd have to go back and reread it. I'm not asking for anyone to clarify. I'm just saying I don't remember. But But yeah, there are Sorcerer Supremes in every dimension in plane of existence. So like, yeah, when Clea became Sorcerer Supreme, it didn't make her more. I mean, I'm sure maybe there was a little bit of power bump, but like she was already a badass.
It's a bigger responsibility. It's like it's a mantle. It's a mantle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so no, it's not a. I think that when you look at it by that framework, and I think that like your idea of what it will mean will change significantly. That said, we got a question. Let's see here. Where'd it go? I thought I saw another one in here. If not, we do have questions from the Discord as well. We should probably run through those as well.
Here we go. We got one.
Hit me with one.
Okay. This is from Qdoma. This is a quick one. Good afternoon, Carter and Ernie. Hope you're having a groovy weekend. I think we can all agree we've been eating well with Marvel's Ultimate Universe and DC's Absolute Universe. My question here is, if both had a crossover, do you think it would be just as good or better with the current writers we had for both of them? I can give you my answer real quick. I think it would be bad because I don't think it would be as good. Just looking at how Eternity's sex game was, we can tell that it's probably not going to be good crossover wise. But I think that both universes give you different things. Ultimate is trying to give you something different while also trying to touch on certain things that are true to life. If you just look at Dennis Camp's Ultimate series, just like we were talking about with One World Under Doom, I think those are more serious stories almost, or just different takes. I think Absolute there are books in Absolute that is trying to do what Ultimate Universe is doing, but for the majority, I think it's a lot more balls to the wall outrageousness
It's
and
yeah,
trying to be so much more different.
yeah.
And just like this is gonna be corny, but I think a lot of absolute books are trying to go like the Batman AF route with,
Yes.
but then not like absolute Green Lantern or absolute Martian Manhunter. I think that those two books are trying to do what the Ultimate books are doing. So I think they would clash. I think they would
Yeah,
clash.
it's like I'll tell you what it is for me. Because I do agree both books are kind of trying to do like kind of like a social commentary bit, and I feel like Ultimate leans into it a bit more heavily than Absolute does. I feel like in Absolute, it's the bug, not the feature. Like to be fair, Absolute Superman woke as fuck. Absolute Batman, woke as fuck. Absolute Wonder Woman, woke as fuck. Same goes for all the other Absolute books. Maybe Martian Manhunter to a lesser extent, but mostly because it's just doing.
I put Martian Manhunter in the same boat I'd put Peach Momoko's X-Men.
Yeah, it's doing
I'm
its own
saying,
shit somewhere else
yeah,
over there. But
exactly.
like, no, like the whole thing with like Superman's whole thing is that Krypton fell because they had an over reliance on AI, an over reliance on classism, and an over reliance on keeping secrets from the people, and not not wanting to listen to actual science telling them that their planet is about to come to ruin. Where Batman, it's all about it's also about classism, and also about kind of that pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and and being principled and staying true to your ideals. And Wonder Woman is honestly just about kind of similar to any other Wonder Woman book, but maybe to a more extreme sense, being more about kindness and treating people the way you want to be treated, and not thinking that violence is the first answer to a problem. Which once again, that's actually just Wonder Woman any day of the week. But it's just in Absolute, it's absolutely part of the story, but it's not the main core of the. In any of these cases, none of this is the main purpose of the story. Ultimates and all the other stuff, really more Ultimates than really any of the other books. I feel like Ultimates is like, look, man, fuck this shit. We woke up in this bitch. Look, you either with it or you ain't. And a lot of the stuff that they're doing, giving power back to the people, giving people the means of production in terms of superheroism and superpowers. I mean, that ain't that's some Fred Hampton shit right there, as far as I'm concerned. Which is a good thing in my opinion. What else we got? What else we got here?
All right. Last one here from Trap God Thanos is saying, hello, Blerd and company. I don't even want to read this question anymore. Since I started reading comics in 2018, I noticed that Marvel fans seem much more fragmented than DC fans. Like there's a lot of people who are X-Men fans who only read X-Men and nothing else. Same goes for Spider-Man. But at DC, it seems people are much more willing to read outside of their bubble. Am I tripping, or have you guys noticed this as well? I know I'm not tripping that these motherfucking likes aren't going up. No, you're right.
You're right.
That's the easiest way to answer that question. No, you're right.
No, you're right. No, it's because I see it all the time. I encounter tons of people on a day-to-day basis who only read X-Men. They don't read any other book. They never they could probably write you a thesis on X-Men, but if you ask them about Captain America, or you ask them about the Avengers, or like Hawkeye, or even like Monica Rambeau, or other characters, I can't tell you how many times I see people that act so intelligent on the issue of X-Men, but then are completely, absolutely held behind when it comes to every other aspect of the Marvel comics universe. And honestly, a lot of their knowledge of X-Men doesn't even really stem from the comics sometimes. It usually stems from everything else but.
I'm happy you said that because I feel like with a lot of these people, I think it's getting relatively worse because I don't think that they only read Spider-Man and nothing else, or only read X-Men and nothing else. With a lot of these motherfuckers, they stopped reading X-Men and Spider-Man years ago, but the problem is they're still collecting it. Not to read it, they just don't want to mess up the collection, which I think is even stranger that they do that.
I'll actually throw you one better. I think in some cases, they're not even buying the comic anymore. I encounter so many people who will sit up here and try and tell me how something is based on a comic they read when they were a kid, and they have not read one stitch of comics since then. They're operating on old information. And in a lot of those cases, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. If you stop reading comics, that's on you. I mean, but don't. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people act like, well, I don't see why this is such a thing. Well, why is that? This is make no goddamn sense. It's like, well, yeah, it would not make any sense if you haven't read an X-Men comic since like 1992. You know. But that said, we have got some more questions here from, we got one here from Arcane Payaso here. Says, question, where is, and what the fuck is Doctor Strange doing right now? I remember he's in Asgard. Did nobody give him the heads up to come back, to come take back his soul fragment and fully come back to life? Will Wanda? So that's the funny thing about that. So yeah, he was in Asgard. And honestly, man, I'm not going to hold you. I couldn't keep up with, the whole Doctor Strange and Asgard shenanigans. All I know is one day I just looked up and he was regular again. He wasn't a disembodied spirit anymore, and nobody said anything as to why. So maybe it came up more. Yeah, exactly. It was pocket sand. And like maybe it came up towards the end of that Asgard, that Doctor Strange and Asgard series or whatever. Probably, I don't know, but yeah, I kind of feel like, yeah, what the fuck is Doctor Strange doing right now? Because I would imagine he's like, excuse you? He's like, I don't understand why no one has called me. Like, Reed, you aren't gonna tell me you one brother with white on the side of his head to another, you wasn't gonna tell me that y'all cleaned up Dr. Doom?
Johnny Blaze is somewhere saying, yeah, don't feel too good when your ass get left going. Huh. Johnny Blaze somewhere want to swing on Doctor Strange.
Here we go. We got one here. This is gonna be from G Martinez Mac. Says, question, we don't explore the different mantles and what comes along with it. When we do is always from the perspective of Earth. Should we be looking at that? So the thing is, the closest you get to that when talking about like mantles, if you want to talk about like if you want to get into like the cosmic spectrum of things, very rarely do cosmic mantles pass. And when they do, people don't typically take it very well. Case in point, Venom, the Phoenix, Green Lantern. People get really upset about those things. Like whenever there's a new and here's the thing, Green Lantern isn't even as much a mantle as it is just a fucking job. Like, Green Lantern's a job description. Like it's like whenever I would see people get pissy about the fact that there's a new Green Lantern, I'd always laugh because it's like, dude, so basically you that motherfucker that when they hire somebody new at the job, you just get pissy. Like you they got, well, yeah, we already got Bill. He's been our janitor for the last 30 years. Why they gotta hire a second janitor?
Man, that bitch taking my hours.
Right? That's basically what it is. That's basically how they act. Green Lanterns, they are literally police officers.
I can't stand this bitch at Simon. What the fuck kind of name is Simon?
Who is that?
I was getting all kind of overtime before that freak came in here with his stupid fucking mask on. Who is that bitch over there with the domino on her face? Took all my vacation time. That's what it is.
I know. I love it because it's like they did the same shit when what was it? When was it Sam Alexander came along as Nova?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, man, why they gotta be another Nova? It's like, you know that it's called the Nova Corps. Like that literally by definition implies there's more than one. Now, I would like to actually see more of that, and I wonder if this Jed MacKay Nova series will maybe dig into that, like maybe show some of the other Nova Corps, because I mean that would make sense if they did. But yeah, I would actually like to see it more, but I would actually like to see more cosmic characters do it. But the thing is, people are going to respond the exact same way. They're going to get pissy about it. They're going to get angry. They're going to claim that here, this is the thing that's gonna say it all. It's going to happen, and they're going to be like...
it's woke.
And there you go. That's basically going to be their answer for everything. And then... why did Kyle Rayner guy getting overtime on the weekend? Exactly! That's the question they're going to be asking. That is the question they're going to be asking. but yeah, that's another story altogether. I laugh. We also got another one here. This is from Mount Tyler Durden. Says, do y'all remember that comic where Miles Morales was Thor? Ooh, man. Said it read like a Ronald Reagan CIA psyop. I can tell you why, because it was not a black person that wrote that shit. Like that buy Odin's fade bullshit. Never again. Never a fucking again. Like Carter. You know what I think is sad? That came out in an era. That shit came out in era 2022. Not that long ago. Like we make it sound like it's the before times, but it wasn't that long ago. It was not that long ago. Buy Odin's fade. Has anybody got the MIB neuralizer? Like, bam. They're going to take care of that for y'all, man. Get that shit out of there. We don't talk. We don't talk about that. Like, and you know what's sad about it is that, like, I thought that from a technical standpoint, the book looked good. I was like, dude, all the characters are the right shades of chocolate and brown and whatnot and what have you. And I was like, the idea of all of the Asgardian characters being black, that wasn't my problem. It was just some of the dumb shit that they said. And like, it's one of those things where, like, okay, I'm gonna tell you where it got dumb. I'm gonna tell you, it's not even the buy Odin's fade. It's not even the buy Odin's fade. It was this. It was this that I was like,
hey, Loki, give me 5 on the backhand side. That's what that shit reads like to me.
Yeah.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
It reads like when non-black people try to like write try and make a story like, oh, this is how black people act. It's like, no, it's not. Nope.
Was this a bad version of Bishop's War College?
Yeah.
Oh my God, my name is Thor, and I'm here to say.
Wait, Carter.
That's nasty.
Carter,
no.
That's
stuck in my head.
Carter, no. Even better. Time to spin these hits. Now that was a banger. He's like, nah. He's like, nah, I'm good. He's like, I'm good. Also, you know what I actually thought was really funny about this is that, the line, by Odin's fade being uttered is kind of nasty work. When you consider that this was Odin didn't have a fade. Like Odin was a slickhead. Odin was a slickhead. He ain't got no fade. Why was his buy Odin? Why is it buy Odin's fade? Like you could have just kept it as buy Odin's beard, or you could have said buy Odin's lineup. Or some shit like that, or some shit like that. I don't know, but still, yes, thank you. Denial. That's exactly what it is. It read like Diamond and Silk wrote this shit, or like the Hodge twins wrote this bullshit, is what it read like. But I actually thought about doing like a little deep dive.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. That said, oh my God, no, I got one more.
What's that?
I got one more. Hey Carter, do you want to flip it and reverse it? Honestly, this was somebody who literally just took all the things
thought that was a bar referencing an old ass Missy Elliott. Somebody thought it was a bar.
Like someone literally sat there and said, "Hey, this is everything I've ever heard a black person say before in a rap video, and now I'm just gonna put it in there." That's basically what it was. That's literally 100% what it was. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Well, you know what I do want to talk about? I want to talk about the fact that my homies, the Nerd 901 fam. Oh, we do have one more thing. One more thing. I almost missed it. I'm glad that I always go back and double check. We also have another super chat, but this is going to be a real easy one because this is one that they just wanted to say hi. Say, hey, peace and blessings, just showing my appreciation. That's
Thank you.
is it Noenzo? Noenzo? Or Noinkso?
Yep.
I don't know. Either one. I'll take either. But no, we got $4.99 from them. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, that's it. But what I do want to say is please, if you have the time and the energy and the wherewithal or what have you, we got our my Nerd 901 fam. They are I think at this precise moment
They're playing Smash Brothers right now
yeah.
for charity.
Yeah, they're playing. Even though I need to let them know that it still says Super Mario Superstars. But but yeah, basically, yeah. Right now they are playing. They're playing Super Smash Bros for charity. For the Extra Life. Basically, this is a thing that we literally do every year. We play video games. We used to do like 24-hour streams, but as we have gotten older, that shit's just not feasible. Yeah, we too old for that shit. Look, staying up
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Like, look, it's bedtime, okay? But no, we're gonna be playing all the way till I believe they got their start at noon. Or
Yeah, this is
kind of close
hours
to
of
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, they're basically they're gonna be running to like 12, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, depending on how time lays out. And I'll be leaving here and heading over there probably in the next hour or two to join in. I'll be playing games with them as well. We'll probably be playing a lot of stuff, playing some Mario Kart, some Mario Party, some Smash Bros, some other fighting games, some side scroller beat 'em ups, maybe probably if I don't know if anybody got Cosmic Invasion, so that might be up to whoever did that, but or no, I don't think is Cosmic Invasion out yet. I don't think it's out yet.
No,
anyway,
that's not out till December.
December.
That's
That's
one you were
why.
talking about yesterday to me.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't think they got. Also, that would be kind of nasty to play on an Extra Life stream. That's just me. But yeah, we'll be playing all kinds of games, and we'll just be sitting there tripping, chilling. You can probably see it. The very rainbow-colored thing sitting between Nick and Adam is a spin the wheel of doom. Basically, if you spin it, they got to do whatever's on the wheel.
Yeah.
So
One of them just ate a nasty-ass Oreo.
Ugh, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to tell you. So, Carter, I don't know if you know this. The Oreos, Adam puts these Oreos together. He basically takes out the center, like he leaves the outer center, the outer filling, but he carves out the very middle of it and puts something else in its place that does not taste good. And so there's that. They'll be also drinking very well. We can't do shots because this is for the babies.
It's for the babies.
So basically, we'll be doing like vinegar and olive oil because we all hate the taste of olives and olive oil, and I think there also might be olives there. And Nick gets hit with eggs, and Adam is gonna get the shit slapped out of him if you donate a certain amount. And
What?
hey, I could be the one to do it if you really want. So yeah, but we're doing this to raise money for we're doing this to raise money for Lebanon Children's Hospital, and yeah, it's for the kids. So I do highly recommend if you have the time, if you have the energy. I'll just say this: I'm gonna take this link and I'm gonna put it in the chat. If Carter or you might have already beat me to it. Shit, I don't know. So here, I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna leave this link, and if you want to tune in, please feel free to tune in. The Nerd 901 guys are really cool dudes. They're personal friends of mine who live here in Memphis with me. And yeah, we're gonna be like I said, we're gonna be hanging out, doing the thing that we do, and go check it out. That's all I can say. Oh, and yes, Gavin, we will be we are going to be heading out to the Cordova area. Yeah. I heard that it's pretty wild out that way because for those who don't know, yes, and I will add it to the Discord. Thank you for reminding me, Gearless. I'll be adding this to the Discord as well. And like I said, I'm not asking everybody to like come out their pockets. I'm not asking everybody to come out their pockets with it. But if you do find that you are in a position to to help out, or to give a little something, please consider doing so. It helps out tremendously. Like I said, this is not for us. We're doing this for the kids. To help. Le Bonheur Children's Hospital help take care of these kids that are being afflicted by childhood illnesses that no child should have to go through. It's something that's very personal to me, even though I don't have any children that are in that situation. It's just one of those things that has always struck a chord with me. So we're going to be doing that, and I hope I see some of y'all there. I really do. And here, I'm actually going to do this right now while it's fresh in my head so that way I don't forget. Carter, do you have anything, while I set this up, do you have anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
No.
God damn it. I was hoping you would stall for me just for a minute.
I don't have anything going on. If you ask me if I have anything going on, mind your business. I'm going to be reading books. I might be doing other things. There might be no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that part because then y'all would hold me to it. No, I'm not doing anything at all. I'm just gonna listen to Ernie's keyboard click, so y'all can listen to Ernie's keyboard click.
God damn it. Sorry, I apologize. Here, let me mute.
I'm gonna call Gavin Guidry gross for saying he would quote unquote slam some vinegar shots. That's a sick man right there. That's a sick man right there. That is a man who is a fan of Drew Brees. That's how you know somebody like the Saints. Knocking back. Do you put ice in it? That's my question. Or do you just drink hot vinegar? Go check out the Wale album. I don't like Wale. Thank you. But no, thank you. No, thank you for that. No, thank you for that. Yes, we are good. G Martinez Mac, I'm going to need you to not reference that story anymore. I don't ever need to think about Miles Morales' Thor ever again. I will check out Spready Gibbs' album because I've been meaning to listen to Spready Gibbs. So yeah.
I was like, what the fuck did I just walk back into? But no. Oh, I will also say we do have another episode of Best Comics This Week that should actually be live right this second. So yeah, if you want to go show that some love too, I would really appreciate it. Best Comics This Week has been getting done dirty as fuck by the YouTube algorithm. So any help that you guys can give me with that would be much appreciated because I'm not going to hold you, kind of similar to before. If the pace doesn't get picked up with these videos, I'm not going to do them anymore because it's just, one, it's a waste of time. Even worse, it would be a waste of my money because I am paying someone else to edit these videos for me. And I am seeing a significant reduction in return on them as a result of them not doing well. So I would love to keep doing them because I enjoy doing them, but that way lies madness if it's not going to work out. So that said, that is everything. That's all I got. For Carter Presents, I'm the Blerd Without Fear. And you know what? Marjorie Taylor Greene, even though you said you gonna resign in January. Oh.